for Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights is streaming online at adastroradio.com and on the
From the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, this is high school football. It's Friday Night Lights on 94.7 KSKU, simulcast on Black Bear Broadcasting at shsblackbears.com. We are 2 minutes away from this 8:15 kickoff. Officials decided that the Lightning was far enough away, and so we're glad you can join us. We are in Inman as the Teutons are hosting the Sterling Black Bears here in Inman. As I mentioned, I am Brian Richter. We'll be joined shortly by Clark Bouchard Comley and producer-engineer Chad Comley. This drive to the game is brought to you by Midway Motors. The Inman Teutons enter, as Coach Sawyer said, 2-0 under the leadership of head coach Lance Sawyer. He's compiled a 52-36 record at Inman in his 9th year here, and he led the team to back-to-back state runner-up finishes in 2021 and 2022. Last year they were 3-6, and he's got a young team that he thinks might have the same amount of talent of the two teams that went to the state championship games 3 and 4 years ago. Inman has they beat Trinity Catholic 15-0 in the opener, and then last week at Trinity Academy in Wichita they won 25-6. Even though they gave up 320 yards and a touchdown to the Trinity Academy quarterback, they still won that one fairly easily. Sterling, under fifth-year head coach Brent Schneider, he has his team, and as Coach Sawyer mentioned in his pregame, probably Sterling's faced the two toughest teams, at least in the R League here in Sterling, and lost last week to forgotten Mount Ridge, and the first week to Sedgwick. Thank you, Clark, from watching us as we're about to take the national anthem here. We may pause for that here in Inman as we, of course, are delayed here as a result of a heavy rainstorm that blew through here. We'll take a break right now. 1 minute break, and we'll be back right after this on 94.7.
This is country music singer-songwriter.
Through the rain delay, and we are excited to get this game started. So let's meet the starters for tonight's game. First of all, the starters on offense for the visiting Sterling Black Bears. Junior.
Now is your chance to enroll your children in our award-winning school district. Sumu will be even closer to the metro due to the new highway. Come enjoy our small-town charm while being just a short drive away from the big city.
Hey folks, this is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. Farmers, would you like to have your farm and personal insurance handled all by the one agency? At Ag 360 Insurance, we can handle it all with one agent. We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about your insurance needs. Feel free to stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman, or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128, or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
KSKU
30.
Hyatt Life Sciences has now developed a full line of products that support the immune system, brain function, joint flexibility, and glucose health.
The glucose reduction that some of our folks have just been keeping track of, they've seen a pretty dramatic drop in their glucose levels, and they've been able to control that a lot better. And I think a lot of that is due to diet and exercise. The product, I think, is doing what it's supposed to do, which is support.
Follow us on Facebook or visit HyattLifeSciences.com to see how we can help.
Hit Radio 94.7 KS.
Back in Inman, still doing the starting lineups, so it's an 8:15 start. We're going to be a little bit behind that. As I mentioned last week, Sterling lost to Mound Ridge 28-7, and the game was close, 14-7 at halftime before Mound Ridge would score a touchdown. And we apologize for the loud PA here Sterling's led by Zane Farney. He was the bright spot for Sterling. He rushed for 183 yards on 25 carries last week, and Sterling's going to need another big game from him tonight if they hope to come away with the win. Other games tonight going on right now is in District 7, which Sterling is in. South Sumner's at Southeast Cherokee. Trinity is hosting Remington. Conway Springs takes on Douglas at home. Medicine Lodge travels to Mound Ridge. Ellenwood travels out to Johnson to play Stanton County. And Sterling is here in Inman. Let's take 1 minute break as we pause for the national anthem.
HenshawDDS.com. Trust your smile to Dr. Douglas Henshaw, DDS in Sterling.
Hit Radio 94.7 KSKU.
One of the most important elements of success is knowing when to expand and when to focus on strengthening what you have. At People's Bank and Trust, we've done just that over the years, ensuring that we always have a solid base to provide for our customers and our community. At People's Bank and Trust, we never promise more than we can deliver. And what we deliver is safe, sound, reliable banking that puts you first. Let us put our experience to work for you and your family. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hit Radio 94.7 KSKU.
Welcome back to Inman as we finish the national anthem. The Sterlings and Inmans, both District 6 and 7, feature some really tough teams. Number 1, Conway Springs in the state is 2-0. Sedgwick, who Sterling lost to in week 1, 2-0. They're number 2. Medicine Lodge, which is in District 7, is 2-0. Jackson Heights, number 4. Mound Ridge, number 5, who Sterling lost to last week. St. Mary's Colgan comes in at 6. Rossville, who was early season number 2, comes in at 7. Our own Marion Warriors comes in at 2-0 this week, and Centralia 1-1. And Inman makes their first appearance in the Sports Writers poll at 2-0 on their nice season so far. Ellenwood and Hutch Trinity are also receiving votes by the Sports Writers, so these two districts are outstanding. Sterling will host Ellenwood next week for the first district game of District 7, of which Sterling is in. Inman in District 6. Again, we want to thank you for joining us here in Inman on Black Bear Broadcasting and 94.7 tonight here as on this late delayed game. And we're about ready to go here. The captains are at the middle of the field. And once again, I am Brian Richter, and I'm along with Clark the Shark Comley, which will join with him here in a while as well. We'll pause for 30 seconds here while we take a break and get our volume straightened out here. Back in Inman, we're still waiting for the captains to call the flip here out, as the official is having a super long discussion with them. Now the captains will take the side. Inman wins the toss.
Must have been saying how much lightning we've had out here.
And will now
talking about how much lightning was out here on the field.
Inman will win the toss. defer. Sterling will receive. Sterling hungry for a win. Inman 2-0 on the season after defeating the Hutch Trinity and Trinity Catholic last week in Wichita. Sterling 0-2 off of significant losses to beatdowns, if you will, to Sedgwick, 42-13. Then last week the score was a little bit more deceiving than the actual game was. It was 28-14 for Sterling, or 28-7. Got a lot going on up here right now tonight, and we've survived hurricane winds, and I apologize. Inman will take the kickoff. They will defend their south end here on the 2-year-old turf and remodeled press box and stands here in the Inman High School area here, if you're familiar with it.
Well, at least we get a play and get it underway here. You know,
we are going to get a play. Lane Weigel from Sterling will kick off for Sterling. Back deep for, I believe, is Malachi Brunk back there. I can't see through the rain-soaked windows, but believe it is him.
Well, you got it all over your screen is your problem. I got a clean view over here. You should switch me spots. Holy smokes. Now we can see. We've added lights in our booth.
So after nearly an hour and a half rain delay, Weigel's kick goes down to the 15-yard line. It'll be returned by a Teuton, breaks out to his left, slips a tackle down the sideline across the 35, and that's where he'll have it at the 36 of Inman.
Pretty good return. The kid's fast.
Malachi Brunk, which it was. He was quarterback last year. He is not playing quarterback tonight. Caleb Bigler will be at the helm tonight.
Just go like this. All right. So who's the quarterback?
Caleb Bigler.
And what year is he?
He is a senior.
He's senior, okay.
Yeah, he's their leading rusher and passer. They don't have gaudy stats at all tonight or for Inman over these last two games, but I feel like they're poised for a breakout tonight. Can Sterling contain them? Sterling with a little different look. A quick pass out to Brunk. The wet football, maybe he'll drop it.
You know, I got to apologize to all the radio people because I thought Inman had lost a game when I was doing the pregame when you weren't here.
They have not.
So that was my bad.
Well,
I don't do all the work you do in the pregame.
Much like this delayed broadcast, and we were not expecting us to be on at 8:15 when we had been told 8:30, so a little bit behind, but that's okay. It'll bring 2nd and 10 for Inman on their own 35-yard line. Sterling in really a 3-4-5-2. Bigler will get tripped, but he'll be able to shake a tackle and get up over the 40. Brought down by a Black Bear there at the 41, actually, and that will bring up 3rd and 4. Brings up 3rd and 4, as I mentioned here, as we sound like we have all of our audio corrected. Brunk in motion. Bigler will roll. He'll go to Brunk right down the middle of the field, and he is wide open on the 30. Shakes a Black Bear, shakes another, and finally brought down at the 10-yard line. He is down for a nearly 50-yard pass play, 40, 50 yards. All the way down to the 10-yard line, sets up 1st and goal for Inman on the 10-yard line. They may be able to get a first down as it's sitting just outside possibly.
That was quite a run after the catch.
It really was. He was shaking Black Bears all over the place.
Looked a lot like Zane, actually. Reminded me of him. That was a pretty nice pass. Right on the money.
Finally,
stride.
Cameron Morris finally was able to run him down from his defensive line position, and a little bit of a reverse here and a nice tackle, but it will be a 5-yard gain for Inman.
That wasn't a little bit of a reverse. That was a flat-out reverse that you can't find the ball. I couldn't when I was coaching against this offense. It's going all over the place.
That might have been Crew Harris with the carry, and I'll be honest, the orange isn't standing out on the black for me tonight.
No, it's hard to see those numbers. You can see ours pretty good.
So if you just joined us, Inman 3 plays have already driven 60, 70 yards here. Spot pass, and it'll go over the head and out of bounds. It will not be a backwards pass. It will be incomplete. Brings up 3rd down from the 5-yard line, and it's 3rd and goal.
That brings up memories of my play call 2 weeks ago against Minneapolis.
100%.
Did that come to your mind right there?
Yes, it did.
Where I about blew the game for us?
Threw it
to the other team, basically.
Yep, threw it backwards, and they picked it up and tried to score. Big down for Sterling.
It's a big down for Inman, too, I think.
Sterling in all white tonight. Inman in all black. Be sure to visit I Need a Cleaners for all of your cleaning needs. And it'll be a fake handoff, and then the fullback up the gut down to the 1-yard line, it looks, and it'll bring up 4th and about a half a yard.
He should have scored. He had the end zone. I don't know what happened to him. It was open all the way in there, and then I think he tried to make too much of a move or something. He just would have put his shoulders down. I think he scores. This is the biggest play, really, for both teams. Just a huge play right here.
It is. Now we're at 9:35 left in the first quarter as we started obviously late. And Inman in the huddle. They'll break it here. Sterling need to move up, and Bigler all by himself in the backfield, no fullback. Sends Brunk in motion, but he'll carry it back to the left, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Inman. 6-0, Inman 9-14 in the first.
Well, okay, how do we be encouraged by that? It's not encouraging to give up a touchdown, but it looks like we're going to be okay against the run game. But the pass may be a problem tonight in the first initial viewing of this game.
So Inman will kick the extra point. And it's down, and it is
blocked.
I don't know if it was blocked. It never really got off the ground.
Well, it didn't go in.
And so, with 9:14 remaining in the first, Inman strikes quickly here in the first, and it is 6-0 Inman. We'll step away for a 1-minute break here on 94.7.
Work travel. Do you have 15 or more acres? Find freedom by joining America's #1 free-range egg brand, Happy Egg. Happy Egg is looking for growers to raise happy hens. Happy Egg offers startup and new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Work from home. Work for yourself. Feed America. Visit happyeggfarms.com today for more information. Happy Egg is a proud supporter of Rice County Athletics.
Hi, this is Matt from Pride Ag Ace Hardware. There's still time to enjoy some summer barbecue from the comfort of your backyard. Need a new grill to get things cooking? Your neighborhood Ace has just what you're looking for. We've got a big selection of all the best brands like Weber, Traeger, and Halo. Plus, Ace Rewards members get free assembly and delivery on grills $3.99 and up. Pride Ag Ace Hardware, Dodge City, Lyons, Mays and Mead, your helpful barbecue place.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware. KSKU.
Back in Inman, they'll kick a deep kick, and it will go into the end zone, and Sterling will take over on their own 20-yard line.
Well, this is a telltale thing here. If we can move the ball, then they can't score.
You should stream today's broadcast on your phone with the Ad Astra radio app powered by Nextech Wireless, the latest phones and devices at the best prices. Sterling will start out as again on their own 20. Looking to the sideline to get the play from Coach Schneider. They will have Boston Eckert way out to the left, split wide. Nolan Plouts tight end will be tight right. Wyatt Newberry to his right. Newberry in motion. Give to Farney. He'll tiptoe around and get about 6 there on first down, nearly 7. So a nice game for Zane.
That's very encouraging. First play. You know, if we can get 4 to 5 on first down, we'll be in really good shape here.
I was really interested to see how Inman might play this. As Mound Ridge stacked the line, they had their 3 down linemen plus their 2 inside linebackers walked up into the gaps, and Inman they're playing their linebackers about 3 yards off the ball. Newberry in motion again. Give to Farney. He'll get pulled down after a first down, another gain nearly of 10 yards.
I don't think he fell. I think he fell down. I think he slipped.
Okay.
I think that was going to be a touchdown, but he lost his footing on the turf.
So Sterling will be right out to the 34-yard line with 8:37 remaining here in the first as Inman scored quickly on a 64-yard drive to start this game. capped off by a Caleb Bigler 1-yard touchdown. This time Burgess in motion. Another give to Farney right over the center. He gets bumped forward by a Teuton for a gain of 10. It'll be just short of a first down.
Hey, this is looking nice. Our line's moving the stuff here. That's an encouragement from what we've been dealing with the last couple of weeks.
Well, some huge.
I mean, there's a lot of space for him to work.
So Zane with 29 yards already on these first 3 carries. Sterling just about an inch short of a first down. Burgess in motion. Isaac will fumble the snap, and he will go back 2 yards. So actually a loss of 1. So it'll bring up third and a long one, maybe 2. So those negative plays that have hurt Sterling over the course of this season, either penalties or untimely turnovers, have.
That's not that big a play. We still got 3rd and 2. We're fine.
Logan Isaac, the junior's under the center, and
why is that not a penalty? They're in the neutral zone.
Inman went well over the neutral
well
zone,
over it. I don't understand that.
No penalty. So
the refs missed it. He was 100% in the neutral zone. I have the view.
No doubt about that, but it's not going to matter. 7 minutes now. Give to Farney. He slices through to the left. First down. Breaks another tackle out over the 50. Now the 45. He'll be knocked out at about the 43-yard line. Looks like a late hit out of bounds, and that will give Sterling 15 more.
No, definitely going to be a late hit. I don't think it was really a late hit. It was a carry on of the hit he started, and then he just took him clear onto the ground when the whistle had blown. Didn't need to.
So, Clark, what is the game plan from Sterling as you see it here on the Erickson custom building game plan?
I don't think our game plan changes a lot from week to week. We're going to want to run the ball, control the clock, limit their possessions, and establish Zane is the key to that, and that's happened. So things are going great.
For new construction and remodeling, visit Eric Custom Building, ericcustomBLDG.com for your new building as well. Sterling and the ball will go all the way down to the 29, 28-yard line of Inman. A huge penalty there, and Sterling on the move. Farney will get it again, but there will be illegal procedure on Sterling, so now the sticks go backwards, and it'll be 1st and 15.
Well, here's the difference between this week and the first two. Is we're able to basically run 5 to 10 to 15 yards on a play where we were getting nothing, you know what I'm saying? Or a big play around the end. So I think we're okay with this penalty, the way things have been going.
If Farney continues to get this kind of gains, Inman will adjust, and so it'll be interesting to see how they do adjust to that. Logan Isaac under center, Newberry go to the left. Isaac will pull it and go right around the left tackle, and enough for about a 7-yard gain down to the 25-yard line.
Nice run by Logan there. That's very encouraging there, wasn't it?
Great to see for Sterling to be able to get their quarterback run game going. So it'll bring up 2nd and 7 now after that 7-yard gain. 6:27 here in the first. Inman struck first on a 64-yard drive, mostly by a long pass from Caleb Bigler to Eli Brunk. Farney will take it, and nice play there.
Pretty good one-on-one there.
It really was by a Teuton, and I'm sorry that I can't tell you who it is because all the numbers look the same to me from up here.
Well, the guy on the end of the line of scrimmage is 4. Now, whether he's the one that made the tackle, I don't know. This is going to be 4 downs for Sterling, so this doesn't need to be a first down here.
3rd and 9 for Sterling, as Clark said, so they have 2 to make 8. Newberry in motion again. And
they've got to get that one.
This time a Teuton will definitely jump as he went clear past Sterling's right tackle.
He was in our backfield almost.
So that'll be 5, shortens the distance. Now 2 plays to get about 4 yards. 5:45 remaining in the first. As we got a late start here on 94.7 KSKU. This is high school football. You're listening to Sterling at Inman. Isaac will give it to Farney. Farney to the right, now the left, breaks 4 tackles, and he will walk into the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown, Sterling. A 21-yard touchdown jaunt by
That was
Farney.
similar to their catch and run, only I thought better. That was quite a run after he broke through the line. Now this kick becomes kind of important. I mean, it's early for it to be too important, but, you know, you got the lead if you make this.
Zane Farney with the 21-yard run, and he broke a lot of tackles. He's not used to having this much room to run here early in the season. Lane Weigel with the extra point, and it is no good.
So
it's
both
to the left.
Both have been denied. Ours looked better. I thought he made it, to be honest.
Agree. You're listening to 94.7 and Black Bear Broadcasting. It's all tied here in Inman. Sterling 6, Inman 6. We'll break away for 1 minute.
Listening to the customer. If you're ready to create the space of your dreams, contact Black Diamond Contracting at 620-200-5647.
JCAM Catalyst, over 800 employees, share a commitment to their customers, their company, and each other, providing second-to-none service to the oil and gas industry. Make JCAM Catalyst a part of your career plans. Check out jcamcatalyst.com for current job openings.
Where can you play 18 holes of golf with cart for only $20? At Lions Public Golf Course on Thursdays. Enjoy 18 holes of golf with cart Thursdays for only $20. Carts are limited though, so reserve your tee time today. 620-680-0439.
KSKU.
Back in Inman, 5:26 remaining in the first. Sterling on an 80-yard drive to answer the 64-yard drive of Inman. Zane Farney with 52 yards of offense on that 80-yard drive with his 21-yard touchdown jaunt. So Sterling will kick off. Lane Weigel will take it, and I believe that's Eli Brunk back for Inman, standing on his own 12-yard line. The ball's kicked up nice and high. It's going to be fielded and dropped by a Teuton. There's a mad scramble for the football. Looks like Inman was able to get it back, and Inman will take over there on the 29-yard line. Officials are going to discuss, as it must have gone out of bounds off of the Teuton, and now they're going to throw a flag there for some reason at the 30.
Kind of some kind of touching rule or something? I mean, our crowd was going crazy. Our boys were going crazy, so I thought we got it.
Well, it was on the Sterling sideline where it went through his arms, and I can't tell you who the receiver was, but it rolled out of his hands and forward, and as a result, there was a mad scramble for the football and now a flag on the field. So we'll wait to see what that might be. I want to thank some of our local sponsors here. Obviously, Next Tech Wireless, Walton Plumbing and Heating, City of Sterling, Hyatt Life Sciences, First Bank, Douglas Henshaw, DDS.
That Next Tech's doing a good job here in Inman.
They sure are.
We got a nice signal.
As
these refs are having a hard time sorting this thing out. Do they need to review our video?
I don't think the video would actually help. Sterling
obviously. What did we do wrong?
Sterling obviously on defense, Inman obviously on offense, but the officials haven't given an indication yet of what the call might be. But it looks like Sterling is going to back up. So it might have been a personal foul. It's only a 5-yard penalty.
I don't know. Inadvertent face mask, Chad said maybe. I don't know, he's making up stuff.
Well, I haven't seen the white hat making a...
He never made any announcement with his mic.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Teutons. Bigler in the back. Brunk will carry it this time. Cuts up left, breaks a tackle, hauls a Black Bear. Tucker Haas over to the 41. It will bring up 2nd and 4 for the Inman.
Well, their first yard was like Zane's runs. 6 yards at a shot.
4:58 as we just go under 5 minutes in the first after our hour and about 25-minute delay for the weather. Sterling breaks the huddle. They show trips to the right. Brunk in motion. Bigler will fake it to him and go right up the middle, and it will be enough for a first down. Stopped in there by, looks like Tucker Haas once again, and so Inman finding holes right up the middle, right over the nose guard and center for them. 4.5 left. So neither defense really having any effect on the offense. Inman with trips to the right again. Bigler will roll to his right. Quick pass out to Brunk. A nice tackle there by, I believe, Zane Farney, but it will be a gain of 4 on that.
That's one of their main plays. They basically pick your guy, then got around it, and then they get in behind it for these quick passes.
That might have been Corbin McClellan. The 5s and 6s all look the same from up here in my poor eyes, so we're doing the best we can now under 4 minutes. 6 all here in Inman.
Yeah, we're broadcasting under duress, old age.
That is true. Bigler will have
this
the
is a big one. Oh, how did he get that back? I thought that was going to be 6 for us. That's bouncing straight in the air.
Bigler had the ball snapped over his head, and they were able to recover it, Inman was, but it'll go all the way back to the 38-yard line, their own 38, as they were right almost at the 50. And so a huge loss there. Bring up 3rd and nearly 20, looks like 19 to me. And don't forget, though, they did have about a 50 or 60-yard pass play to start.
They're not doing that again here, I don't think. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do, but I don't think they got a long pass coming.
Brunk here to the left. He'll go in motion across. Fake to him. Bigler will step up and throw right down the middle over no one, directly to no one in particular, but the closest receiver looked like that was Malachi Brunk as he went in motion across and then was able to, he was the intended receiver from the very beginning. Brings up 4th down, just under 3 minutes remaining in the first period. Inman will punt, so a huge.
Big stand there.
A huge.
Because unless they adjust on defense, they're not stopping us.
That was a massive error. And Wyatt Newberry back, a nice punt, a knuckleball. Wyatt's going to be able to field it on the 25. He's got the right side and kicks hard.
Really nice play there.
Wyatt hit extremely hard. I didn't catch the number. I believe
20. I got the number 20, I think.
Brandon Malloy with a really nice tackle. The 5'10 freshman. Braxton Malloy, apologize, the 5'10 freshman. Clark, you might have seen him last year possibly.
If he was one of their backs, he's faster than lightning.
So Sterling will take over on the 30, their own 38-yard line, 37. Eckert to the left. Sterling yet to complete a pass on the season. Eckert was targeted about 5 times last week, but really nice defense by Mound Ridge stopped that. A pitch to Wyatt Newberry, just tripped up, and he had some space, Clark.
Yeah, he would have gone a long ways there. Boston had his guy stock blocked out on the outside, and if there was a seam, he was just going to take it right down the hash mark, basically.
5-yard gain, bring up 2nd, a long 5. 2.5 now left in the first. Plouts will stay out to the right. Eckert split to the left. Inman staying in their 4-4.
I'm a little surprised they didn't do more like the other teams have done with us, whatever they were doing.
Well, they stacked the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but they're not doing it. They're giving us way more gaps to run in.
Isaac will pull it, a pitch to Burgess. Burgess can get to the edge. He stiff arms and a nice tackle there by Bigler.
Face masking what I thought.
So a nice run there, out all the way over to the 48-yard line of Inman. A nice carry. Sterling seeing some option pitches that we haven't really quite honestly seen for 2.5 years now out of this offense. It's brilliant to see that play.
Well, I'm going to say, I think the only one stopping us is us. If we can play mistake-free here, I don't think they're going to stop our offense.
Well, Inman is adjusting right now, trying to take away Farney right now, but that allows the quarterback and halfbacks to carry it. And this time Logan Isaac takes it all the way up to another 5-yard gain out to the 43-yard line. 1:17 remaining in the first. We're all tied here in Inman 6-6 after the long weather delay. Appreciate those of you watching on Black Bear Broadcasting. You can also watch a lot of the area games, a number of the area games on Ad Astra app, as they are broadcasting Sterling McPherson and, or I should say Lyons, McPherson, and Bueller. Isaac will take it quickly, took one step, and he will get 2 yards on that carry, bring up 3rd and 4.
It was a good, hard, powerful run, though.
It was.
I mean, there wasn't a hesitation there. I mean, he just kept his feet grinding. It looked nice.
So Sterling showing some a little more diversity with their quarterback and halfbacks carrying it. Zane Farney yet to carry it on this possession, 52 yards on the first drive, including a 21-yard touchdown run.
I bet we see him right here.
Nolan Plouts will go to the left, 3rd and 4, 20 seconds left in the quarter. The play clocks are not working, so I can't tell you, but they will have to snap it. Isaac will give it to Farney. Bounces back to his right. He's going to be short by 1.5 yards, and at the end of one quarter, Sterling will have it 4th and 1 when we come back from the Inman 41-yard line. You're listening to KSKU 94.7 in Black Bear Broadcasting.
Can require some extra help. Hospice and Home Care of Reno County can make it easier on you and your family by providing qualified and trustworthy professionals. If taking care of yourself in your home is where you want to be, the compassionate home care team of nurses, therapists, and home health aides can help you achieve that goal. Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, a part of the Hutchinson Regional Healthcare System, serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson. We care how you live.
Senior care and services as unique as you are. Sterling Village Rehabilitation and Long-Term Care is one of a kind. Call or stop by to learn more about our state-recognized person-centered care certification. Sterling Village, we are always here when you need us.
We only sell things we've tested right here in Central Kansas. Hi, this is Hunter with Busy Bee and Lions. We are your full-service agricultural fertilizer, chemical application, and distribution service. Visit us at bzbinc.com. Busy Bee Inc., full service for full potential.
KSKU.
Brian Richter, Clark Comley, and producer-engineer Chad Comley, and his sure-to-be-wrong stats. But I think he's been pretty good tonight so far as we start the second quarter as we flip directions. Sterling heading north, and really there is no wind with the
We used it all up. We used all the wind up earlier.
4th and 1. Farney will get it, has the first down, grabbed from behind. He'll be pulled down at the Sterling or the Inman 34-yard line. It'll be a first down, and the chains will move. So as Clark mentioned earlier, really the only thing stopping either team is themselves. As Inman on their second possession had a snap go over Bigler's head to put them in long 3rd down and eventually a punt, and that's where Sterling is right now. Inman scored on their first possession to start the game, helped by a long pass from Caleb Bigler to Malachi Brunk. Sterling answered on the back of Zane Farney. Farney will get it to the left and get about 5 out of that one. He'll bring up second.
That wasn't Farney. That was 33.
That was Darren Maxwell.
Tucker Haas is 33, I think.
You're right, Clark. Tucker Haas is in at fullback. And so Zane may be getting a breather. I don't see
Somebody's over there getting a helmet worked on. I don't know if that's Zane or not. But
you are listening to Sterling coverage on Black Bear Broadcasting in 94.7. Thank you all for joining us here in Inman. Sterling on the Inman 29-yard line. Isaac will carry it to the right and show some tremendous speed, and he's going to score from 24 yards out. First time Logan has showed that kind of speed, Clark.
Wow, we have not seen a run like that in his high school career, I don't think.
No.
He looked fast right there. That's encouraging. What? Chad says there's a flag. Do you see a flag?
I don't see a flag.
Right over here on their sideline at the 30.
That's really disappointing.
Well, maybe it's on them. Sideline interference.
It doesn't look like it as the Black Bears walk back. So
could be delay on game on them for being on the out of the white.
Great news for him and really disappointing for Logan Isaac.
I don't care. That's the best I've seen Logan run. That's exciting. That was exciting to see.
He faked the handoff to Farney on the option and took it over the right tackle for a 24-yard score.
A burst of energy, like shot out of a cannon. It was awesome.
So the officials are having another long meeting here, trying to decide what, but it looks like Sterling's going to walk back. 10:42 in the second.
Well, they're talking about how much rain we had. Do you think it was a half an inch, quarter inch? How do you think it was blowing so hard? Did it even land on the ground, or did it end up in inbound ridge? You know, that's what they're saying.
Well, if you're just now joining us and wondering who we are, I'm Brian Richter, and this is Clark Comlin. We are both longtime teachers in Sterling and follow the Black Bears on Black Bear Broadcasting, and this year on Ad Astra Radio, tonight on 94.7. Looks like the official is going to make a decision.
Yes.
But before that,
three-quarters of an inch of rain.
He's going to talk to head coach Brent Schneider.
Brent not looking too good over there.
No, he does have his hands on his hips.
Hands are on his hips.
I don't blame him for that, to be quite honest, as he's had a touchdown taken off the board. Sure want to thank First Group Insurance, Ag 360 Insurance, Darren Eddy and Cody Morse, and Rice Community Health in our post-game show. And here's our call.
What's the call?
It's a dead ball foul.
Offsides? Isn't that an offsides call? Encroachment?
Well, I'm a little confused.
We took a touchdown off the board for...
Well, it wasn't. Sterling must have lined up offsides.
Offsides, yeah.
And so a break for Inman. Sterling will take over, or take back over. It'll be second down and 10. Sterling has to flush it and move on. 10:42.
It's hard to flush it up here in the booth.
So both teams having really huge mistakes that cost both, as Inman was on a nice drive before the errant snap over Bigler's head, and now Sterling with a 24-yard or 29-yard touchdown run.
Really exciting run. I don't know that I've seen it either, a call like that. Oh, well. So off we go.
Farney will get it, bounces to his left, breaks two tackles, and finally brought down by, looks like Sebastian Martinez, and he was able to get him, pulled him down, and it will bring up 3rd and 5 for the Black Bears. Sterling not huddling tonight, as they haven't all season. Last year they huddled most of the year.
That's not really a hurry up.
No, not at all, as they all have wristbands. Waylon Schmidt at right tackle over there. This lone senior, Cameron Morris at the center as Isaac goes underneath. Newberry in motion to the right. It'll be a sweep to Newberry and a nice play.
Oh, man, I thought it was a touchdown. What a tackle.
Really nice.
Came out of nowhere.
Tackle by, and I believe that was the freshman again.
Sets up a big play. We got a nice block out there by Dornauer. Did you notice Dornauer was in the game there?
I did
44,
not.
yeah.
Braxton Malloy with the tackle.
Kicked him out pretty good, but his guy didn't make the tackle. Linebacker came up with a nice play. Suddenly, 4th down.
4th and 4, 6-6, 9:30 in the second. We are. Sterling gets the play. Isaac under center. Farney behind him. Inman shows blitz. Farney will not get it, and Isaac will pull it, and he will be brought down for a loss of 2, and that will be a turnover on downs.
That's a disappointing turn of events, as we had probably one of the most exciting runs of the last couple of years. Take the ball to the end zone to get it called back then, and then turn it over on downs. That's kind of a kick. So we'll see if we can respond to that.
Dylan Larson was the man on that play, the Inman left tackle over there. And it'll bring up 1st down for Inman on their own 31-yard line. An inside give to the left halfback. He will get 3 yards.
20. That's the freshman kid. He's a good player.
Braxton Malloy he's been in on a whole lot of plays here.
Yeah, he's good. He's young, but he's good.
He's not built like a freshman.
No, he's not. He's not real tall, but he's fast and he's got a lot of muscle.
5'10", 170 pounds.
Strong,
they list him at.
Quick.
So bring up 2nd and looks like 7 here as the clock continues to run, and really a quick first half as both teams running it nearly every down. 8:30 remaining. Bigler has trips to the left. He's got a pass here, and it will be illegal procedure on the very inside receiver, and actually it will be a timeout.
Did you see that, or you just thought it was going to be because you heard the whistle?
I did. I thought that was going to be illegal procedure, but it was not. And Coach Sawyer will take a timeout for Inman, and we will too. A 1-minute break here in
1 minute break.
As Sterling and Inman are all tied at 6 in the second.
This is Todd Rowland. Bank of the Plains is committed to providing high-quality financial services while maintaining the highest standards of integrity, customer service, and professionalism. Our dedicated staff here in Sterling values our relationships with you and welcomes the opportunity to earn your business, trust, and friendship. A proud supporter of Black Bear and Warrior events, Bank of the Plains, an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
We know what it takes to be a successful producer. Hard work and strong values. Like you, we have roots in this community and want to see it grow. We're ready to meet your banking and lending needs with experts who understand crops, livestock, and equipment. We know your business and your values. Talk to us. Lions Federal Bank, a better way to bank. Member FDIC. Online at lionsfed.com.
KSKU.
Inman after that timeout, 2nd and 7, a handoff to Brunk. He's got some room over here, and he will be stopped by Darren Maxwell and Zane Farney.
We just talked about this in film today. He had the corner, and he'd cut it back up. At least I thought he was at least going to get the first down if he ran it to the sideline.
And he did have some nice room, but a nice play there by Farney to catch him from behind, and Maxwell from his inside linebacker position to pull him and push him backwards. It'll bring 3rd and 2 for Sterling. Kevin Plouts over the nose, waiting for the snap. Bigler will take it himself, and he'll be hauled down. It could be a flag, or it is a flag. Could be a hold on Inman. He would get close to a first down, but it'll bring up.
It's going to be short, so that's a tough call for Brent, because you think they'll go for it?
It is a 4th. You're right.
No.
So
it's way over the first. No, he's moving. We've already taken it.
So Sterling will take the illegal use of the hands or hold, and that will be a 10-yard loss for Inman all the way back to the 32-yard line, essentially where the drive started, 33. And Inman another penalty or a miscue, much like Sterling. And so, as Clark mentioned, neither team really able to stop one another, only themselves. Out of the huddle comes Inman. Bigler, a player to watch. Rice Community Health player to watch here for Inman tonight. Bigler will throw a spot pass, and it's caught at the 35, and momentum will carry it over to a first down, and that will be at the 43-yard line of Inman, and a first down. The sticks will move.
I didn't think he'd get a first on that when he first caught it, but little do I know, huh?
Nicely blocked there, and Inman will huddle. Again, if you joined us late, both teams scored on their opening drives. Inman first and Sterling answered. Neither extra point was good by the kickers. Bigler will fake and roll to his right, avoids the blitz, and he's got Brunk right down the middle of the field, and he will drop the ball. That would have probably been 6 points. The ball was in his hands at the 25, but couldn't haul it in.
I don't think he was going to score because we had 2 guys coming in on him, but it was a huge play. It was a 40-yard play already.
It was, and that was the same play that they had
touchdown on?
Scored or got close to scoring on earlier.
It looked similar, at least, to my naked eye.
So a missed opportunity there for Inman, as Sterling had a penalty on their 29-yard scoring run.
That's true. Both teams have kind of given away some yardage. Sterling gave away a score, and they dropped one right in the probably down by the goal line.
Bigler with Martinez to his right. Motion with Brunk. They'll throw it out to the left side, and a nice tackle. Looked like.
I think Newberry's going to pick one of them off. He's starting to get onto it.
So it'll be a 7-yard gain, and it's 3rd and 3 for Inman.
If I was them, I would not go back to that short pass again for a while.
Landon Aguilera playing that, the sophomore playing that right cornerback for Sterling. Twins to the right for Bigler. He's sending them long. He's got one.
They love this play. They got it for him too.
Little out route.
Well, you're clearing it out for him. You're clearing out all the defenders, so he's wide open.
Freshman Crew Harris with the reception, and the clock will run. Another first down for Inman. So Inman really mixing it up and having success both running and passing here all the game, actually.
Yeah, mainly when they went over the snap, went over the head, fouled up their other drive.
Bigler will carry it himself as he faked the handoff, and he will get 3 and tackled by about
all the
7.
team.
Yes, about 8 Black Bears are in on that. At the bottom of it was Taylor Maxwell and Tucker Haas. Eli Sowers getting a few snaps tonight. The big
I think
junior.
he's doing okay in there.
His first year out for Sterling, and he is a big man.
He's big.
Comes in at 6'2", 280 pounds, actually 6'3". So
and he's not out of shape. Really.
No, he's a big
guy.
man. 5'12". Inman will send 2 to the left, Crew Harris and Sebastian Martinez. He'll have Brunk to his right. Brunk will go in motion right in his face. It'll be a give to Brunk. He's got some room on the left side. Aguilera comes up, strips, doesn't make the tackle.
Yeah, but he held it up, you know. He played it well. It looked like a first down when it first started going.
And it'll be a gain of 5, so it'll bring up 3rd and 5 from the Inman 40, or the Sterling 41-yard line. Inman heading south. No wind here in Inman after we had the hurricane winds earlier.
Man, it was blowing.
4.5 remaining in the second half, or second quarter. Sterling in their 3-4 defense. Logan Isaac, who really this is his first year to play defense, outside linebacker, turns it in. Boston Eckert comes up and makes a really nice play off his corner position. It'll get to the 40, so it'll bring up 4th and 4.
Defense kind of bowing their back a little bit here. You know, if they do what they've been doing, they're going to throw that same pass where they run the 2 guys and run the guys off and come up underneath them.
Logan Isaac, he was able to turn it in a little bit to give Eckert time to come up and make the tackle from his corner position. So it's 4th and 4. Trips to the left. Little slot pass, and it's over the head of.
It wasn't going anywhere either. We had that one covered.
So the 4th down pass never really had a chance. The inside receiver never had a chance to catch it, and so Inman will turn it over on downs. Sterling will have 3:36 to try to punch it in the end zone.
I think we're good here. We haven't really been stopped. Logan run the ball. Well, definitely, if he runs like that, going to add a new wrinkle to this thing.
Sterling in all white helmets, white pants, white jerseys. Inman in all black helmets, black jerseys, trimmed in pants, trimmed in orange. Be sure to take your uniforms and your cleaning to I Need a Cleaners. From the left hash on the own 40.5-yard line, Sterling takes over. And Isaac again pulls the football, and Inman's having none of that. And that will be a loss of 5 yards.
Looked like he was going to pitch it, but he didn't.
It'll be a loss of 6, and looks like Cooper Weens, the junior, 6'3", 185-pound tackle, actually playing the end with the tackle. And I think he's the one that also caused the mess on the last series when Sterling lost it on 4th down. They'll actually give him forward progress or backwards progress on only a loss of 2. So it's 2nd and 12. Sterling. Burgess in motion. There'll be a give to Farney. He spins out of 2 tackles and falls all the way out to the Sterling 48-yard line. They'll mark it at the 47, so it'll bring up 3rd and 4.
They just missed tackles.
Yeah, I would
they were
agree
in the right
with that.
spot.
Yeah,
they just didn't tackle.
Kind of looked like Sterling last week against Mound Ridge, having him point blank, and Zane is tough to tackle. We do know that.
You can't tackle him in space. It's just almost impossible. So you've got to get him at the line. Well, they're struggling with whatever that is.
Newberry in motion, a freeze play, and the
third one.
The nose guard for Sterling or for Inman is offsides, and so that will give Inman a.
Hold on, they're calling it on us.
They're pointing at Sterling, and the officials are actually arguing. And what we saw was the nose guard.
The nose guard was clear over. I don't know what this guy's doing over here on this side.
We didn't see Sterling. It's another offsides on Sterling. So the second one
huge one, and now this one.
The first one took away a touchdown.
Well, I don't know what they called it on one of our guys, but it's the same official on this side. He's probably got this coach in his ear about something, but I don't know exactly what's going on.
Clock will run 2:34 in the second. We're all tied here, 6-6. And Sterling backed up once again. It's really errors for both teams, penalties and miscues that have been the story of the first half after both opening drives were terribly efficient. Since then, it's been not a comedy of errors, but a whole lot for both teams. 2:15 now. Isaac will pull the football, pitch it to Burgess. He's got some space. Nice block by Wyatt Newberry. Burgess is in the middle of the field. He's over the 20, puts a move on, and he's headed to the end zone, and he'll be pulled down, but not before he gets in the end zone. There is a flag on the 50-yard line.
Oh.
The holding on Sterling. My guess is Wyatt Newberry on his great block might have had his hands outside the frame, but
did the wide hat call it? It'd be awful wide for him to call that.
Burgess with some blazing speed there that we haven't seen from him.
Our whole team looks faster in these white unis.
You're probably right. That was a 58-yard run.
These white ones are making us look fast. Burgess looked fast. Logan looked fast. Everybody's looking fast.
So a 58-yard run by...
We're pretty much dominating this thing if we could kind of clean up whatever these things are that are happening.
58-yard touchdown run called back, a 29-yard touchdown called back, 2 penalties by Sterling, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10 from the 40, actually 11 from just on the 39.5-yard line. Under 2 minutes now left. The clock stops, so we're held at 1:59. Sterling will get the play. Newberry in motion. It'll give to Farney, but
nothing there that time.
Might have gotten one out of the deal, so it's 4th down.
Boy, this cuff call. Do you punt it here? I think we go for it, don't you? But it's 10.
I would punt it.
You would punt it. I'd probably go for it.
Minute 40 now.
I mean, our punts didn't go too good last week. Don't forget that.
That is a good point. Punting game was an adventure for Sterling last week. Snap through the hands and a couple of shanks. And so the rain begins to fall. We'll try to keep your picture right here.
Let's hope we don't have to delay this thing.
I think Coach Schneider will take a timeout, and he will, and with 1:14, and
he's going to punt it.
We'll take a timeout here, a 30-second timeout here on KSKU 94.7. We're all tied, 6-6, 1:14 left in the half.
Being a good neighbor, and that means more than just great insurance. At Torrey Tip State Farm, we think supporting our community serves our customers just as much as the proper insurance coverage. Stop in and see us today and let us know how we can serve you, whether it's home, auto, life, health, or just a cup of coffee. Torrey Tip State Farm Insurance, 620-257-3106. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hit Radio 94.7 KSKU.
Again, back in Inman, Brian Richter, Clark Comley, producer-engineer Chad Comley, and his sure-to-be-wrong stats. We're 1:14 before the end of the half.
There's going to be a lot of stats. One stat we maybe ought to start looking at is how many penalties we've had as far as great plays taken away. I mean, we may have 100 yards in penalty damage, collateral, you know.
A 30 and a 60, basically, so a 90 yards in penalties. Good, and we want to thank People's Bank and Trust Happy Egg, Black Diamond Contracting and Hospice and Home Care of Reno County. Sterling will punt it.
This makes me a little nervous. This kid's probably pretty
Dale
fast.
Thomas is not the punter this week. I can't tell you.
Cameron Morris.
Cameron Morris punts it, the soccer player.
You can let that one go. That's going to be okay. Good kick.
Crazy bounce left on the turf, and it will stop at the 24-yard line of Inman, where they will take over with 1:01 remaining in the first half.
So the question will be, does Inman just go to half here, run it a couple times, go to half?
I don't.
Or do they try to throw it?
I think they're going to try to score.
I think they're going to go to half. They haven't looked that incredible on offense.
Hillsboro is at Heston tonight. Grant Williams and Caleb Moore on 96.7 KMPK. Last time we heard, they had no power over there.
No power. Lights were all out.
In a halftime, we'll get the Lions Dental Care scoreboard that the Shark will bring to you, as he's been telling the other locations scores. Our score here, trips to the right for Bigler. Brunk in motion, a fake from Bigler, and they'll go right back down the field. But this is going to be a pick by Wyatt Newberry at the 45 of Sterling. Newberry in and out. He's now down over the 30 to the 25. He will get pushed out at the 12-yard line, it looks like. It'll be at the 14-yard line, so Bigler just threw that thing up there into triple coverage.
You called it. They went for it. It didn't go so good for him there.
Bigler with a
big play for Sterling.
So Sterling will have it on the Inman 14-yard line. Huge turnover, 46 seconds left for Sterling to put it in the end zone. They do have 2 timeouts, I believe.
I think we've only used one, so I got to let Zane touch this every play, I think.
Zane will, but he'll fumble it.
No, Logan kept it.
Oh, you're correct, Clark.
I thought Zane had it.
Logan Isaac pulled that football, and he will get 1 yard out of it.
He kind of delayed ran it. It was weird.
33 seconds, and Sterling will take another timeout. Saw some lightning in the distance as the raindrops fall here in Inman. And we will take another 30-second timeout here. With 31 seconds left in the second quarter, it's all tied 6-6 on 94.7.
Internet, it's as thrilling as being on the field. Get gigabit internet, symmetrical up and download speeds, unlimited data, and 24/7 support. Call 877-216-9951 or stop by your local MTC office in Little River, Lyons, Marquette, McPherson, or Sterling to find out more.
Hit Radio 94.7 KSKU.
Back in Inman, Sterling with a first or a second down on the Inman 13-yard line after the nice interception return by Wyatt Newberry of Sterling, intercepting Bigler's pass. 31 seconds remaining. Sterling 2nd and 9. Sterling with a bunch formation to the right outside the tackle of Waylon Schmidt. Snap to Isaac in the shotgun, believe it or not, and a touchdown pass to Boston Eckert. A great pass by Logan Isaac, and their first completion of the year for the Black Bears.
It was a thing of beauty. Perfect ball, nice rollout. Boston gets out. Boston. He wasn't wide open. I mean, the guy was over there. It wasn't like no one there, but it was a perfectly thrown ball. Not really defendable at that point. So how about the old interception turnaround of events there, as we got our touchdown call back and kind of had, in my mind, kind of down in the dumps, and then we pick it off, and now we're back ahead. So a good way to end the half here.
Sterling will go for 2. 26 seconds left, 12-6. Sterling leads, and Sterling for the first time in 2 years, at least 3 years, had a shotgun formation there, which the Shark enjoyed seeing, as he is the master of the shotgun with his junior high Bear Cubs. So with Sterling will take another timeout, a huge 2-point conversion coming up, and we'll take another 30-second break here on 94.7. Sterling leads 12-6.
of delivering a new life. At Sterling Medical Center, I am privileged to be part of the incredible journey of bringing babies into this world. From the anticipation of the first kicks to the magic of holding a newborn in your arms, it's a journey filled with wonder and love. Your family's joy is my joy, and I consider it a privilege to be your partner in this extraordinary chapter. If you're expecting or planning to expand your family, choose Sterling Medical Center for compassionate care that celebrates the miracle of life.
Hit Radio 94.7 KSKU.
Back in Inman, Sterling rejoins the field for their two-point conversion. A Boston Eckert reception from Logan Isaac from 13 yards gives Sterling the first lead of the night, and they will go for two after both teams missed their extra points in the first quarter on their opening drives. Eckert to the right, manned up out there. Burgess at the half here, and tight end Plouts to the left. They'll give it to Farney. He scoots right and then left, and he'll get over, and that will be the two-point conversion. Sterling will lead 14-6 with 26 seconds left here in the first half at Inman. We'll step away for another 1-minute break here on KSKU Black Bear Broadcasting. With 26 seconds left, it's Sterling 14, Inman 6 in the second quarter.
Termite and Pest Control in Lyons today, 620-257-2012. Serving Central Kansas since 1957. Robertson's Termite and Pest Control, because your home deserves the best.
Erickson Custom Building has a great plan and a budget suited for your needs. Erickson Custom Building provides quality craftsmanship and superior customer service. Call 620-585-2816 or visit EricksonCustomBLDG.com.
Hi everyone, this is Chris Schul here at Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We're offering unbeatable financing on our 2024 models. Choose 0% APR financing for 36 months on our new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokees, rugged Jeep Wranglers, family-friendly Jeep Wagoneers, or Jeep Gladiator trucks. Visit us at the giant corner of 30th and Lorraine in Hutchinson. Don't miss out on these limited time offers. Drive home your dream vehicle today. And as Mr. Samuels always says,
come by, let's be friends.
With approved credit, terms and conditions apply.
KSKU.
Back in Inman, Sterling will kick off after taking the lead 14-6 with 26 seconds left in the half, the first half. Lane Weigel's kick will be fielded at the 20, and I believe that was Eli Brunk with the return. He will get not much. It'll be over out to the 26. So Clark, I cut you off before I broke there. What did you see out of that drive there that we hadn't seen, or what did you notice out of those three plays, really?
Well, I noticed the perfect pass to the end zone.
It really was.
It rolled out nice. Everything was on time. It's like something it's supposed to look like that. You know what I'm saying? It looked like it was supposed to. And the defense didn't fall down or anything. We made the play. We executed the play. It was really nice.
Sterling's first pass of the night and their first reception of the year as well. Bigler will throw it out here to the freshman, who will drop it. Malloy had it go through his hands. He wipes them clean. His gloves anyway.
They're probably slick. I think gloves are not good in the rain, personally.
I'm with you. 17 seconds left. Inman on their own 26-yard line. Sterling having a lot of offensive success tonight, not just
more we
a
have
couple
in
big plays.
First two games for sure.
We'll have the Sure to Be Wrong stats brought to you by Chad Comley at halftime, along with the Clark Comley on Black Bear Broadcasting. A give to Brunk. He's outside the left side. He'll be hit by Farney and run out of bounds at the Inman 34-yard line. It will not be enough for a first down. He ran a long way to gain those 9 yards. Actually, that'll be 7 yards. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Sterling playing some serious prevent. Sterling's touchdown set up by the Bigler interception. Wyatt Newberry with the return of 42 yards on that return to set up Sterling's second touchdown. Give to the fullback. He slips 2 tackles, and he will get it almost out to the 45-yard line. Inman will take a timeout with 5 seconds left, or actually the clock will stop as the chains move out to the 44. 5 seconds remaining.
He must be just going to go to half.
And he will go to half. Coach Sawyer will, and that will be the end of the – I'll take that back.
Did he call timeout with 1 second left?
Well, I'm waiting to see here. He must have called a timeout with 1 second left. Is that correct?
Well, the refs are talking.
That will be the halftime.
I guess not.
That'll be halftime as Sterling leads 14-6. For those of you on Black Bear Broadcasting and SHS Black Bears, we'll have the Clark Comley Show find out about his junior high Bear Cubs. For those of you on KSKU 94.7, you'll have Scott Miller in his halftime update here on this late delayed rain-filled game.
Travel? Do you have 15 or more acres? Find freedom by joining America's #1 free-range egg brand, Happy Egg. Happy Egg is looking for growers to raise happy hens. Happy Egg offers startup and new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Work from home. Work for yourself. Feed America. Visit happyeggfarms.com today for more information. Happy Egg is a proud supporter of McPherson County Athletics.
You're at the 50-yard line for Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights is streaming online at adastroradio.com and on the Ad Astro Radio app for your smartphone or tablet. Hit radio 94.7 KSKU.
Ethanol production is not just about keeping the American grower up and running. It's about keeping all of America good to go with a fuel that makes sense. Kansas Ethanol Alliance is proud to contribute to our local economy and call Rice County home. For more details, go to kansasethanol.net.
You already know H&R Block does taxes, but you may not know you can get expert help in person or virtually, or that our tax pros average 10 years of experience, and your biggest possible refund is always guaranteed. H&R Block in Hutchinson, Ellsworth, and Lyons.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our coaches show. I'm here with Coach Brent Snyder. Tell us a little bit about, we're in our third game, tell us a little bit about how your season's going so far, what's some things you've got going on, and how you feel about things. State of the Union.
Yeah, I think we're doing some nice things. We're getting better at kind of figuring out our identity on offense. We're averaging 5.5 yards per carry, and we've had Wyatt Newberry ran for 130 yards in week 1 against Sedgwick, and Zane ran for 180 yards in week 2 against Mount Ridge. Those are really good teams, and so those are good numbers. I think that we're just kind of getting some wrinkles ironed out with making sure we're not getting untimely penalties.
Rocky Schroeder back here at the Ad Astra Sports Network with a look at halftime scores across the area, the scores that we have in at the present time. Looks like Great Bend is up on Bueller at halftime, 29-19. Central Christian was up on Stafford, 14-0. Haven was up on Smoky Valley, 7-0. Lyons was up 7-0 over Republican County. Looks like Little River was over Center, 32-0. That game got called at the end of the first. Central Plains defeated La Crosse, 56-0. Chanute up on the first and 27-7. Kinsley St. John tied at 30. Ellenwood up on Stanton County, 55-0. Derby up on Salina South, 37-0. Scott City up on Hoisington, 22-0. Salina Central up on Campus, 48-0. And a couple of scores from yesterday. Cunningham defeated Chatopa, 52-6. And Elseling defeated Norwich, 52-6 as well. Those are sports scores that we have in across the area. Don't forget, coming up at 10 o'clock over on Kicks 106.1 and other stations, the Kansas High School Football Scoreboard Show with Eric Peterson, coming up with sports scores from across the state, coming up at 10 o'clock. Let's get you back out to the second half of your football games.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. We get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, crops, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we've been the #1 ag insurer for 25 years. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Farm Bureau Agent Luke Bauer in McPherson at 620-241-0225.
#1 ag insurer across our territory. 1996 to 2021 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. If you are thinking about shopping your farm or ranch's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been working with family farms and large commercial farmers across Kansas for the past 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or stop by Raleigh Insurance in Inman or Lyons today.
Since 1965, your choice for home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Raleigh Insurance. Get your free quote today.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Devin. Together, we are Thematic of Central Kansas, with a new location at 209 North Main in downtown McPherson. We are here to help, offering water, fire, and smoke restoration, mold remediation, carpet and upholstery cleaning, as well as hard surfaces like tile and even grout cleaning. Don't forget about the places you can't see, like air ducts and dryer vents. Find us on Facebook or online at thematicofcentralks.com for a free estimate to see how Thematic of Central Kansas can help you.
Oh, and honey, don't forget.
Call Thematic, you'll be ecstatic.
This is Derek Fees with APAC Kansas Shares Division. You know we do big projects, but we also want you to know we can help you with parking lots, driveways, and other projects at your home or business. Asphalt or concrete, we're here to help. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
At Hutchinson Community College, our online education department enables you to take classes anytime from anywhere. Flexible, affordable, and designed to fit your schedule. HutchCC's online education could be the answer for you. Email info@hutchcc.edu.
This is Lane Gillespie with your halftime report. There's a lot of college football action coming up tomorrow, including with the Jayhawks and the Wildcats. First off for KU, they'll have an early kickoff tomorrow morning against West Virginia.
Welcome back to Inman. As if you're on Black Bear Broadcasting, we are we'll have our own show and so well, it's the Coach Comley show. You had a whole lot of pregame talk to do, and those of you that joined him had a lot of fun, but you had more fun yesterday as your Bear Cubs won their home game and ran their record to 3-0 over the Marion Wildcats.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were the Wildcats till I walked through the gym and the volleyball team had Wildcats on their sleeves, and I thought, man, Mountain Ridge must be here. This must be a try or something, this volleyball thing. And then up the stadium, they kept announcing the Wildcats for Marion, so they must be the Wildcats, not the Warriors in junior high.
So tell us about your game yesterday in which you won 22-6 against those Wildcats.
Yeah, I think the best thing we got going on in our game right now is our defense. They got a pass play over us for a touchdown. The first game against Ellsworth, they got a long pass, if I remember right. And then Minneapolis got a couple long plays. We just have not given up very many drives and yards. It's hard to run the football against us right now, and I think that's the strength of our team. We're making enough big plays that we're winning games, scoring enough points to win games out of big plays from our receiving core, and Kipton at quarterback has had a lot of yardage, big chunks. So I would say that has kind of been our success. I mean, we're doing good winning games, but we're not really grinding it out and sustaining long drives with our run game. We're getting chunks in the passing game.
Now let's talk about your offensive line. They're growing a little bit here as generally they face a lot larger guys than them. And, you have your center. I told Caleb Darnauer, your center, 7th grader, he probably never dreamed he'd be a center. And he weighs about 75 pounds, and I might be generous on that, but he's done a really nice job. What's your philosophy on who you get to snap? Because Caleb probably never dreamed that he would be a center.
Well, it's hard to find 5 linemen. Let's just get to the point of it. We don't often have big guys. We've had a few years with Jed and those Hunter and those kids where we had a whole bunch of big kids in one group, but most of the time we're undersized, so I don't ever really think so much about that. I'm looking for somebody smart that can kind of tell everybody what to do, you know what I'm saying? Under pressure is going to say, you do this, you do that, at the line of scrimmage, somebody that can pretty consistently get it back there without going over our guy's head or in the dirt. And so I don't like, it's not rocket science. I kind of think who could do those things and would be good under pressure and, you know, be able to get it back there. I don't care what size they are.
Well, you know, who else do you have up there on your offensive line? Can you remember them all?
No.
Yes, you can.
I can't remember all of them.
You have Isaiah Clark.
Isaiah, but
and Easton Zimmerman.
He returns. He's probably our only one with any kind of experience there on the line, and he's doing good. But if we want to talk about Isaiah, we need to talk about him on defense. The guy is coming on. He's filling stuff up, coming up and hitting people. It's been fun to watch his development at linebacker.
If you were at the game yesterday, you could have heard two really nice hits.
Yeah,
you could hear the hits that he had made. Nice. Isaiah plays there, and Bryson Thomas, and yesterday was Trip Feeler.
Trip's been in now there, and Easton Zimmerman didn't play last year, but coming as an 8th grader has been doing a good job. So the thing I was pleased about the line, most improvement was pass blocking.
They did do a nice job.
They did a pretty good job protecting Kipton. It was more our run, our spread runs, things around the end. We're just letting too much penetration go through there.
Well, it was a nice game, and that's Clark Comley show here on Black Bear Broadcasting. And we'll be getting back to KSKU here just shortly here as Sterling leads 14-6.
We probably ought to, when are we going to hit some stats here when you go back? Because we need to get some, we've got some things to talk about here with the high school team stat-wise.
Okay, we'll step away for just a minute. We'll have those stats from Sure to Be Wrong, Chad Comley.
Them today to see if you and your new home will qualify at First Bank, or log on to first-bank.net. That's first-bank.net. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Get in the game. When you stream with MTC Fiber Internet, it's as thrilling as being on the field. Get gigabit internet, symmetrical up and download speeds, unlimited data, and 24/7 support. Call 877-216-9951 or stop by your local MTC office in Little River, Lyons, Marquette, McPherson, or Sterling to find out more.
KSKU.
Back in Inman, we're about 3 minutes left in the half as the Black Bears have returned to the field. Inman yet to return, and it has started to, I don't know, I guess you'd call it drizzle here, Clark, as Sterling leads 14-6 at the half over Inman. Inman got on the board early on a Caleb Bigler run, 1-yard run with 9:14 left, and 64-yard drive really made the difference on a Malachi Brunk 50-some yard pass, 52 I believe yard pass completion, and Inman led 6-0 after the extra point was no good. Sterling would answer on the very next series on a 21-yard carry by Zane Farney with 5:26 in the first. He carried 52 of the 80 yards on that drive. After a Caleb Bigler interception with 26 seconds left in the second quarter, Wyatt Newberry would return it 42 yards down to the Inman 14-yard line, and Sterling completed its first pass of the year for a touchdown as Logan Isaac out of the shotgun completed a deep flag pattern to Boston Eckert for a 13-yard touchdown, and Sterling would get the 2-point conversion by Zane Farney, and it is 14-6, and that's where we stand with 1.5 minutes left in the half. Sterling with 114 yards on rushing and 14 yards passing. Inman with 70 yards of total offense, including 55 yards passing from Caleb Bigler, most of those coming on the one completion to Eli Brunk on the third play, or Malachi Brunk, I'm sorry, on the third play from scrimmage. So with 1 minute left, we'll take a break here, a 1 minute break here in Inman, and we'll be back with the second half as Sterling leads 14-0 over Inman.
Here to tell you about my hometown, Sterling, Kansas. There's wonderful things happening in Sterling, and we would like your family to join us. Consider moving your family to our safe, rural community where we currently have brand new spec homes and apartments with 3-bedroom duplexes coming very soon. Now is your chance to enroll your children in our award-winning school district. Soon we will be even closer to the metro due to the new highway. Come enjoy our small town charm while being just a short drive away from the big city.
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers. But did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
KSKU.
Ryan Richter, Clark Comley, and producer engineer Chad Comley, and his sure-to-be-wrong stats of the game here on KSKU 94.7 and Black Bear Broadcasting. I want to welcome you all back into this broadcast. As you can tell, we're way late as it's 9:38 here in Inman, and the game started nearly an hour and a half late. And the officials are on the field. Both teams are on the field. And we're waiting for the start of the second half. I believe Sterling should get the football here. Clark, do you have any Lions Dental Care scoreboard scores and updates?
Yeah, I do. Just 1 second. I got to type this in here.
So
I got to put my game score in there.
Yes, you do.
All right. Well, if you were on the radio, you heard a lot of this. So Great Bend 36, Bueller 19. That was in the little bit left third. Trinity and Remington 0-0. End of one. That's a long time. Haven 21, Smoky Valley 0 in the second. Haven's got a pretty good team this year. Okay, now in the second, Trinity leads Remington 6-0. Lions 14, Republic County 8. Lions got a lead. Maxwell 34, Ness City 14, Plainville 25, Russell 20, Scott City 29, Hoisington 7. That's a final.
Well, that's encouraging for Lions as Doug Higgins. This is Lions' first home game, and as I mentioned earlier, if you go to the Ad Astra app or to adastra.com, you can watch Bueller, you can watch Lions, and you can watch McPherson this year and possibly Trinity, as Ad Astra has ventured into the video streaming, and they use the same service we do, Boxcast, and so the first time they've done that, and they got a lot of games on the radio, but they're testing it out this year through football season with the video broadcast. So encouraging for Lions. You can turn over to that, and Doug Higgins and Matt Stafford on the call, and Lions looking for a victory.
I got to tell you, I'm enjoying this press box as it's raining pretty decently right now.
In the old press box, we would have been on top standing in water, so I definitely
I doubt it. We probably would have quit broadcasting and just gone back to the van. In the old.
You might be right.
Yeah, I know we're probably right. We'd be done with the old broadcast. We're not up here in the rain.
So as we're dry, our cameraman
is
Chris
out
Childs out in
Maybe
the
you
rain.
can run that thing with the door cracked open.
And you should definitely appreciate his work if you're watching from home. And he's doing a yeoman's job as he's getting a little wet. And I wish I had something else to give him to keep him dry.
Well, we're getting the ball here, and they can't stop us. Let's just be honest. They can't stop us, but we've had a lot of mistakes. So
Well, you know, I think the same could be said for Inman, that Sterling has yet to really stop them other than Inman mistakes, a snap over the head, an interception, a drop pass. And so here we are back in Inman after a long delay.
I don't know why we just don't kick this thing off. They're both standing out there. Because we're for the media?
Well, no, it's not the media. You have to give the mandatory 3 minutes, and so there's 10 seconds left, and that's why they're all standing at the Inman standing at their own 36-yard line. Sterling waits at just across the 50 or on their side of the 50. Wyatt Newberry back along with, or maybe that's Darren Maxwell back there, and now Inman will kick it. Maxwell and possibly Tucker Haas back to receive for Sterling. And here's the kick as we start the second half. A really nice kick. Maxwell will take it on the 11-yard line. Stops his feet, twists, turns, breaks it 2 tackles, and he'll get it out to the 30, just across the 30-yard line as the light rain continues to fall. The wind has moved to basically a southeasterly direction, and now the wind directly from the south. Not really a factor, at least right now. See what kind of adjustments Inman will make to Sterling's offense, and it doesn't appear that they'll line up really any differently.
Well, I think they should adjust. That's my opinion.
Well, the thing about it, though, Clark, is Sterling has not been one-dimensional tonight up the middle. They've been around the edge. They've thrown the ball one time, and Logan Isaac has carried it. Inman has caught him a couple times, but again, he had a 29-yard run called back. Farney will get the run, and it will be 1, so maybe they did change some things up, Clark.
I don't think so. It looks like they're doing the same stuff to me. They may have pinched in on that one or something.
So Sterling leads 14-6. They've had 2 touchdowns called back, a 29-yard run by Logan Isaac in the second, and a Dylan Burgess 58-yard run that was called back. Farney, a little ISO, and he will get 7. I like that play. As you get Wyatt Newberry blocking for Isaac, it's just a little bit of fullback ISO and a little bit of eye candy as Burgess goes across or over the formation to make it look like option. Keeps those linebackers at home. And so it'll be 3rd and 4, now under 11 minutes as we just got started here in the second, here on 94.7 KSKU and Black Bear Broadcasting. It is the Sharks' bedtime, so we'll try to keep him in it.
Yeah, I'm drifting a little bit.
Farney will get it. He will get just short of the 41-yard line. He needed to get right across the 41 to have it be a first down. So Coach Schneider has a decision to make. Boston Eckert says it's a first down.
But it's not a first down.
It is not.
But he has no decision. He's going to give it to Zane here. That's what I do anyways.
So Sterling will go for it on 4th down. Clock will run. Sterling looks to the sideline to get the play. And, of course, they have 25 seconds to snap it. They've used 10 here. And so now they get the play from the sideline. Eckert out here to the right. 10:18 remaining. Isaac will get the snap, give it to Farney. He'll fall just over the line as he was hit.
He was actually hit pretty good that time.
So it'll be a first down for Sterling that they had to work awful hard in there. Looked like to me Evan Klemzinski on the bottom of that pile, and a really nice defensive lineman for Inman. Ploutz will go out to the right instead of his tight end position. Eckert to the left. Sterling looks to the sideline for the play.
Well, we're eating a lot of clock, which is good for us so we can go home.
Yeah, I wish my offensive coordinator in the junior high football would eat some clock. Logan Isaac will follow Farney through the hole, and he will get a gain of about 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 for Sterling. 9:30 remaining, 14-6 Sterling here in the third quarter. thank some of our local sponsors here, State Farm and Tory Tip, JCAM, and Sterling College. Toss sweep to Wyatt Newberry. He's hit and knocked down, but he gets 2 out of that on the left side.
They've done a decent job on that play.
They have.
It looks like it's going for a first down every time, and then they stop it.
Also want to thank Steamatic of Central Kansas, Pride Ag Resources, Ace Hardware, Lions Rec, Sterling Village, Lions Federal Bank, and Busy Bee. And Sterling gets another, and I've got to say that this must be that they are attempting to draw them off sides as Wyatt goes in the backfield, pretends to take the pitch, and that's the 3rd time he's done that, and that's the 3rd time they've called that. So that has got to be what it is. And so for the 3rd time tonight, Sterling will go backwards on that, which we would consider encroachment, but it must be simulating the snap. And so
I'll be curious to hear what the deal is with that after the game.
Wyatt is asking him, and I am sure that must be what it is. You just don't normally see. You might see it on the quarterback, but not the a running back. Sometimes you'll see it on the defense clapping their hands or something like that, but never really on the offense. So it's 3rd and 10. Logan will pitch it out here to Burgess. He'll fake inside, and there will be a block in the back by Nolan Plouts, and Burgess is wrapped up and thrown out of bounds, and maybe another penalty. There are 2 flags fly.
There's going to be 3 penalties. Oh, and another one in the middle of the field.
Man, they're going to have to do laundry tonight.
There's going to be nothing that's going to replay this whole play because they're going to get a personal foul on them for horse collar. And then we must have done something after for another personal foul. Or that their coach said something or something. Then I don't know what the one in the middle of the field is for.
Now, if it's a dead ball foul, that on either team, that will walk it back. I believe if it's after the play.
One's after the play for sure. The one in the middle came way late.
So 8:13 here. The officials have had a lot of conferences tonight.
Yeah.
It'll be holding Sterling. Nolan Plouts will get that one as he had a block in the back. Will be targeting. Oh, no, you're right. Horse collar on Inman. They'll offset. And so was that a personal foul?
Personal foul on Inman.
And so that'll be a first down, Sterling, 15 yards. So a really significant penalty on Inman.
I think this guy over here gave the personal foul right here on their sidelines through his hat because he'd already used his flag. That's what I think happened.
I think you're right.
Unless it was the white hat in the middle. They maybe both called the same thing.
So a really significant penalty, as it would have brought up at least 3rd and 20 for Sterling or a 4th and 10 from their 42, but instead it will be a first down, and Sterling will cross into Inman territory down to the 42-yard line. So again, errors by both teams have cost both teams significant plays, both offensively and defensively. So Sterling will take over on the Inman 42, a jet sweep to Wyatt Newberry, and there'll be a flag thrown in the Sterling's backfield. Yep, and it will be illegal shift as they'll have 2 men in motion, and so it'll bring up 1st and 15.
Sure to be wrong. Said that was a good call.
It's always pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. So the Chad Comley saw the Sterling's tackle moving, and so as he was moving and Wyatt Newberry in motion, 2 men in motion, and Sterling is back 15 yards or 5 yards to make it 1st and 15.
I really think the way we're moving the ball, I don't think it's going to matter unless we have if we have another penalty, it gets kind of tough.
Eckert way out to the left, standing on almost on the numbers. Newberry in motion again. He'll pull it, Isaac will, and a nice run out. He'll be down at the 42, so right back to the original line of scrimmage, a gain of 5 for Logan Isaac.
Look good.
He really does.
Running the ball with authority tonight.
He's got a nice burst of energy and running with confidence.
He is.
18 yards, sure to be wrong stats. Chad Comley shares with us, and I'm sure those are right, though. 7:20 in the third quarter. Sterling 2nd and 10. Eckert to the right. Burgess in motion. ISO to Farney. He bounces, avoids 2 tacklers, and now he's down over the 35 to the 34, and it will bring up 3rd and a short 3.
Well, they had him. They had him at the line of scrimmage.
Really did.
Okay. I don't think they can stop this third down play unless we get a penalty or a fumble or something.
Well, both have, as you got a text from somebody, showed somebody shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Do you know who that was?
I do.
Okay. Eckert to the right. Newberry in motion. Logan will follow Farney through the hole, and it will be enough for the first down as he gets almost to the 30, and so that'll move the chains at the 6.5-minute mark. Sterling up 14-6 and driving, aided by the huge personal foul call just 3 plays ago on Inman. Wind now gusting from the south, straight from the south. Obviously won't affect Sterling in any way. Clock approaches 6 minutes. Logan Isaac under center. Eckert to his left. He'll pitch it to Burgess, and he runs into
targeting. You
his
think?
Own man.
I got a flag out here, and I think maybe it's going to be a targeting call.
I have a feeling it's going to be a block in the back or a hold on a Sterling
Let's
running
see
back.
who's right, Richter or Comley.
Well, it looked like, yep, it'll be a holding.
Oh.
5:57 remaining. Sterling will go back 10 more yards.
That's kind of a killer there.
And so we will start over.
I still think we can get a first down. I don't know, we're running it so good. Do you throw one out to Boston here in this situation?
Well,
if you're going to throw it, you probably got to do it here on first down.
The spot pass has not been a pass of choice. Brunk over there, I believe that's
he's
Brunk
too tight to spot.
there, yeah, on Boston.
Feed him long is what you got to do.
Logan will give it to Zane. He'll get 6 out of it and get back down to the 35. So it will be third and about 15.
Okay. Mr. Richter got to run outside to do something.
Well, the shark was asleep.
Well, it's past my bedtime.
Drool was rolling out of his mouth.
No, there was no drool, but
gosh.
It's 9:30.
Trying to correct our camera a little bit to get a little
I didn't know you were doing anything.
He was just zoned out. He didn't even need his machine to sleep. Toss pitch to Wyatt Newberry, and he is submarined by it.
Yeah, they had that one covered. One for Inman.
Really nice play, and they read that perfectly. Carson Seidel with the tackle, and that will be a loss of 3, and Sterling will bring up, and I mentioned it was 3rd and 15. It's now 3rd and 17. Sterling eating a whole lot of clock here, working on 7.5 minutes here that they've chewed up in this third quarter, leading 14-7 here in Inman.
Here's a different look. You see this?
Sterling will be in a trips formation here to the right. Tucker Haas to the right of Isaac, and Sterling out of the shotgun. He'll quickly throw it, and it'll throw it into the ground to Farney, and so it'll bring up 4th down. So Sterling showing a little shotgun look there.
A little different wrinkle.
Well, that's what the touchdown pass was to Boston Eckert in the end of the second quarter there, Clark. So it'll bring up 4th and 17 for Sterling. Scoreboard has it 18.
Exciting stuff in Lions. Lions 14, Republic County 14. 11:51 on the 4th. Lions stops the 2-point conversion attempt to keep it tied. How do you like that?
Smells like overtime.
Yeah.
Sterling waits for the play call from the sideline, and looks like they might even take a timeout here, and I believe they will as the clock.
You think he's going to punt it here? Defense playing pretty good right now.
The clock stopped at 4:11 with the incomplete pass, and so
he's going to punt it.
He's going to take a timeout.
Well, no. He took a penalty so we could back it up.
Okay, I see what you're
kick
saying.
The full punt. That's what I think's going on.
I think you're exactly right, Clark. I wasn't thinking of punt at all, and so that'll back the ball up to the Inman 43-yard line, and so Sterling will punt it away. Cameron Morris will be the punter tonight.
I think our defense playing pretty well. I think this is, I don't know, pretty good call by Brent. 5's pretty fast. Brunk?
Yes, he is.
Oh, no.
There's a snap over the head of Morris.
That's not a good thing.
Cameron will fall on it at the 25-yard line, and Inman will take over there. And, well, is there a penalty? I don't see any flags, so Inman will take over on the Sterling 20. There is a flag, pardon me.
Where is it?
I don't think Sterling had enough men on the line of scrimmage, and that is the case. And so Inman will take over at the Sterling 25-yard line, and another error by Sterling. And so both teams been helped significantly by the others' errors and errors of their ways.
That snap was moving.
It was hot.
It was hot.
And high. Cameron runs about 6'2", and it was well over his head. He did an outstanding job of recovering the ball.
Very athletic looking, actually, Cameron, when he went to recover it. That was a tough recovery. Okay, I think our defense is okay, honestly.
Inman for the first time with 4:05 with the ball. Bigler will hand it off to Brunk. Brunk is brought down and a really nice tackle by
another flag in the middle of the field.
Logan Isaac with the tackle. And as Clark said, another flag. And so it'll be holding on Inman. And so that will give them a 1st and 20, or it could be a 2nd and 13. Sterling will accept the penalty, and so both teams just killing themselves with penalties tonight, Clark.
That's a big one on them. Look how far back they're going. They were clear down there.
Well, the ball will move from the 25 all the way out to the 26. Personally, I think they got a really terrible spot out of that.
They're going to have to get a kind of a rollout pass or something in here. I don't think they're going to run it for this first down.
Inman on their own 36. Brunk in motion. He'll go across the formation. Spot pass out here to Crew Harris. He's got a block, slips a tackle, and he'll get a large portion of it back.
That was a nice play.
And he will get 11 of it back, and so it'll bring up 2nd and 9 from the 24-yard line. So a really nice play by Inman. 3:38 and the clock moving. Well blocked. I didn't.
Yeah, they had a nice alley for the guy to run in.
That was Crew Harris, the freshman, who caught it, but I did not catch who made the block. Inman with a tight trips formation to the right, and they'll give it to Malloy off the right side. He makes a nice cut, and he will get in for 6 points. A nice run, 24-yard run by the freshman.
Well, this is a big 2-point conversion here.
Braxton Malloy, that
honestly, this could maybe, I don't overdo the emphasis, this could be the ball game because there's a chance that neither team scores again.
So with 3:13 remaining in the third quarter, freshman Braxton McCoy with a 24-yard run.
You think the quarterback's going up the middle? He likes to fake it and go up the middle. Situations like this.
So again, with tight trips, they might just run the same play as there's a huge hole over there, and they will. They'll run it, pull the tackle, and he will be held short. Sterling comes up big there.
Huge.
And it will be.
Huge play right there by the Bears defense. I thought he was in when he first handed the ball to him, so I don't know who came up and filled that, but that's a difference maker right there.
Well, the score, Sterling 14, Inman 12 here in Inman, 3:13 remaining in the third quarter. We'll step away for 1 minute here on 94.7 KSKU.
Glucose Health.
I had a pretty bad knee surgery here a few years ago, and then went back into the gym a little bit too quickly and too aggressively. And then finally I said, well, I'm just going to try this Room Flex product. And the inflammation was gone in 2 days. I mean, it just absolutely erased it, and I was back to normal.
Follow us on Facebook or visit HyattLifeSciences.com to see how we can help.
If you're looking for a friendly dentist that makes you feel at home, make an appointment with Dr. Douglas Hinshaw, DDS in Sterling. Dr. Hinshaw takes pride in maintaining your dental health and beautifying smiles. Specializing in orthodontics, bleaching, veneers, fillings, crowns, and bridges. Dr. Henshaw's office can also help with personally fitted mouth guards, mini implants, TMJ, and sleep apnea. Online at HenshawDDS.com. Trust your smile to Dr. Douglas Henshaw, DDS in Sterling.
Back in Inman, Sterling leads 14-12, 3:13 remaining. Sterling denied Inman the two-point conversion to tie up the game after a really nice run by Braxton Malloy after the Sterling botch snap over the punter's head, where Inman took over at their own 25, a 10-yard holding play or holding penalty on the first play from scrimmage, put them back, but they quickly answered. And we now have a new ball game as both teams, as I mentioned earlier, Clark, seem to be, well, hurting themselves more than the other.
Yeah, I would agree. It's been a tough one for both of them.
The kick is off, and this may be Newberry over there on the left side. He will run it forward, has a nice hole opening, and gets it over the 31-yard line.
Tucker Haas
with the return. Mm-hmm. And he got hit hard, and he is down right now. And we will step away for at least 1 minute for this injury timeout by Pyle Law, as we'll step away here.
But we think we have what you're looking for, relationship banking. And if you're considering refinancing or purchasing a new home, check our competitive rates before you make that change. Your payments will be made at home, and you'll receive good personalized service. That's how we've established many long-lasting relationships. Make a change, know your lender, and make your payments at home with People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
To become a trusted choice independent insurance agent,
I pledge to be there for you when disaster strikes.
You have to commit to a pledge.
And to stand by you and guide you through your claim.
And the first thing they'll do as your agent
and I pledge
is put all this in writing and sign it. Your hope is that you never need your insurance. Their promise is that it will be a very different experience if you do. Trusted choice. You need an independent insurance agent.
Call us at First Group Insurance or go to our website at insurewithus.net.
KSKU.
Are you done with punching the clock or constant work travel? Do you have 15 or more acres? Find freedom by joining America's #1 free-range egg brand, Happy Egg. Happy Egg is looking for growers to raise happy hens. Happy Egg offers startup and new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Work from home. Work for yourself. Feed America. Visit happyeggfarms.com today for more information. Happy Egg is a proud supporter of Rice County Athletics.
Hi, this is Matt from Pride Ag Resources Ace Hardware. Pride Ag Ace is the place to take care of all of your feathered friends. We have the best seed, suet, feeders, and supplies to keep all of the birds in your neighborhood happy. We even have some seed with habanero added if you want to keep those pesky squirrels at bay. Stop into your nearest Pride Ag Ace in Dodge City, Lyons, Mays, or Meade and pick up all of your birding supplies.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
KSKU.
Back in Inman, Sterling player Tucker Haas is down, and he's been tended to right now, and 3:07 remaining, and Sterling leading 14-12, which is not significant at this point in time. And we're going to step away for an extended break. First, a message from Pyle Law.
The experienced team at Pyle Law is located at 705 West Kansas Avenue in McPherson and is ready to assist you with every aspect of your personal injury case. Tom and his staff have over 25 years of experience and work diligently to fight for the compensation you deserve. If you've been hurt at work or in a car or motorcycle wreck, call 620-241-9000 for a free consultation today. Evening and weekend appointments are available. Visit pylelaw.legal to find more information, and rest assured you're moving in the right direction.
Hi, this is Dustin Schultz with Black Diamond Contract. We pride ourselves on top-notch craftsmanship and a commitment to listening to the customer. If you're ready to create the space of your dreams, contact Black Diamond Contracting at 620-200-5647.
JCAM Catalyst, over 800 employees, share a commitment to their customers, their company, and each other, providing second-to-none service to the oil and gas industry. Make JCAM Catalyst a part of your career plans. Check out jcamcatalyst.com for current job openings.
Where can you play 18 holes of golf with cart for only $20? At Lions Public Golf Course on Thursdays. Enjoy 18 holes of golf with cart Thursdays for only $20. Carts are limited though, so reserve your tee time today. 620-680-0439.
KSKU.
Back in Sterling, Inman here. We are in injury timeout as Sterling player Tucker Haas is down and being attended to now, and we won't try to speculate what's going on, and we'll step away again for another at least a minute timeout. Sterling leads 14-12, 3:07 remaining in the third.
Hi, this is Todd Rowland. Bank of the Plains is committed to providing high-quality financial services while maintaining the highest standards of integrity, customer service, and professionalism. Our dedicated staff here in Sterling values our relationships with you and welcomes the opportunity to earn your business, trust, and friendship. A proud supporter of Black Bear and Warrior events, Bank of the Plains, an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
At Sterling Village, you will have the peace of mind that your loved one is receiving the best care possible. We're here for you, whether you're ready for maintenance-free living in the senior cottages, need a little rehabilitation before returning home from the hospital, or person-centered long-term care. At Sterling Village, we are always here when you need us.
We only sell things we've tested right here in central Kansas. Hi, this is Brandon with Busy Bee in Lyon. We are your full-service agricultural fertilizer, chemical application, and distribution service. Visit us at bzbinc.com. BZB Inc. Full service for full potential.
KSKU.
Back in Inman, they have taken Tucker Haas of Sterling off, and he will be backboarded into an ambulance, and the game will return. Kind of tough to see all that, and can't speculate on what happened. We're at 3:07. Tucker was injured on a kickoff return as he returned it. 3:07 in the third, 14-12. Sterling leads the first play after the Inman touchdown. Sterling will have it at its own 30-yard line here in this long delayed game as a result of the weather. The clock will run. Logan Isaac under center. Give it to Zane Farney, and Zane will fight for a hard 2 yards. Both teams been plagued by a whole lot of penalties and miscues tonight. The Shark has officially gone into hibernation mode, and I think he's asleep at this point, an observer. So
I thought you had me muted.
Nope, I'll be carrying this the rest of the way.
No, I'm not doing too bad.
You spent all of his energy before the game talking.
I had to do 2 hours of messing around.
Sterling was second and 8. Logan will go back to pass. He's going to throw it to Boston Eckert. Boston could have been interfered with, but did he catch it? That's the question. I don't believe he caught it.
There's definitely a flag down.
Is there a flag? I'm
yeah,
looking
there's
through the
definitely
rain.
a flag
Okay.
down. But I thought he caught it.
So it will
but
be.
They're throwing the ball back here, so he didn't catch it.
It will be pass interference on Inman. And
he had him beat. The ball was underthrown.
Yeah.
If he would have had enough length on it, he was going to score if he catches it. But still going to be a good play for Sterling.
Logan threw that from about his own 30, and Boston touched it at the 40, and that's where the flag went down, actually, at the 38. So it'll be a 15-yard penalty, and for Inman, that's really not such a terrible thing.
Yeah, it saved them 20 yards if he would have caught it.
And a touchdown if he would have caught it cleanly. Yeah. So 2:22, Sterling will take it just short of the 50 at the 48 of their own 48. Black Bears will get the call. Logan Isaac with Zane Farney and Newberry in motion.
Hey, there was not a penalty on that one.
There was not, as They did a freeze play, I guess you could call it.
Well, we've been doing that. They've been calling that offsides on that penalty, on that play. So whatever we cleaned up, whatever the problem was.
Burgess in motion. Isaac will follow Farney right up the gut, and it'll be a 10-yard gain. It may move the sticks clear to the Inman 42-yard line. Will it be enough for a first down? It doesn't appear to be so. It's going to be second and really, really short.
Logan running with some authority there.
He really is. They pulled the chains tight, so he's about 6 inches short of a first down. And they're going to stop to measure. Be sure to stick around for the post game, the Rice Community Health post game, and also before the end of the game we'll have the Happy Egg Company's play of the game, and then also in the post game will be the Pride Ag Resources Ace Hardware.
Well, Logan making a statement to maybe put himself in the player of the game mode. Conversation here.
100%. They won't measure. It'll be second and inches. He'll give it to Zane. Zane will bounce. He's over the 20, skips, breaks another tackle, and the host of Teutons will stop him at about the 26-yard line. So a nice gain by
He was not
Zane.
touched, and basically pushed our blocker out of the way.
I think he was lost in there, Clark, as he went right up the middle as he does, and the Teutons could not find him. And with 1:44, Sterling is on the march again, aided by
Nice response to the,
touchdown.
The touchdown of Inman's.
So Sterling at the Inman 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Evidently he was pushed out of bounds as the clock is not running. Logan will follow him again, slips out of a tackle, but he'll fall forward for a 5-yard gain on that. So Logan spinning and fighting for every bit of it. As we approach the minute-and-a-half mark in the third, Sterling leading 14-12.
Well, like I said before, I don't think they're going to stop us. It's a matter if we can execute without a penalty or a miscue, because we're dominating the run in the run game here.
The Shark is tired, I got to say. He is exhausted. The man is. Sterling 2nd and 5. Farney gets it, and a nice play by the Inman defense, and they will hold him for a single yard, and it'll bring up 3rd and 3, which has not been Sterling's friend inside the red zone.
Well, we're fine. We just got to get another run without messing up. I don't think they can stop it. In 2 plays to make 3 yards, I don't think they can do that.
Now the clock stopped. Now it's restarted. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Sterling will have to snap it at least one more time. So 3rd and 3. Isaac on his left hash going south. He will pull it, pitch it to Burgess, and Burgess may get in for a touchdown, and he will. A 19-yard touchdown trot by Dylan Burgess off an option pitch, maybe the shortest option pitch ever seen of about 2 feet. Gets a touchdown, and I believe that might have been Nolan Plouts with the block out there.
We executed that thing to perfection. That was a beautiful play.
Over the course of the years, we've not seen the option pitch and definitely not an option touchdown, and so a huge play. Nice play by the Black Bears, puts him up 20-12 with 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Lane Weigel in for the extra point. The hold by Boston Eckert, and the kick is up, and it is good. Actually, that hold was not by Boston Eckert. The hold was actually by, and it was a nice hold, and I don't have a number 9 on our
Yeah, I don't think it was the best snap in the world either. I think he had to dig it out of there.
So with 17 seconds left in the third, Sterling leads 21-12 as we'll take a 1-minute break here on 94.7 KSKU.
Our customers are our top priorities. We offer a wide range of insurance options to cover what matters most to you. Stop by on the square in Lyons today and make sure that you have all the coverage you need and none that you don't. Tori Tipp State Farm, 620-257-3106. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you're a producer, you gotta keep growing and keep the machinery in gear. You can't have a lot of downtime while you're waiting for parts or repairs, no matter what the equipment is. If your machinery is holding you back, talk to us. We can offer you loan options that make sense for your ag business and get you back in gear. Lions Federal Bank, a better way to bank. Member FDIC. Online at lionsfed.com.
Sterling set to kick off. Lane Weigel will into a stiff south breeze. 17 seconds left. He'll pop it up. It'll go down to the 20, and it'll be fielded at the 25.
Oh, no.
And Malachi Brunk has got room to go, and he's got one man to beat, and that will be Logan Weigel, and that will be a touchdown. Malachi Brunk, looked like a 75-yard touchdown return.
Now, he threw a flag on that, and I think maybe it was for taunting.
It is.
Does that take the play back?
It does.
Because it was during the play.
There was taunting on the play, and it will stop it before the penalty, I believe, will be enforced on where he performed the act, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was before he crossed the goal.
It was, and so we'll wait to see.
This would be a huge call.
So an outstanding return by Malachi Brunk, 75 yards, 4 seconds left in the quarter for a touchdown, but it will not count as...
Don't count your non-counts before it happens.
Yes, and I'll make sure I get the call
sure
right
you see
before.
What comes out of the powwow that's going on, which has been a familiar sight. We could put a teepee out there in the middle of the field for as many powwows as we've had tonight.
You're so bad. Well, Sterling obviously and Inman both know that the touchdown is not going to count, and so unsportsmanlike conduct. Inman. They are going to give the touchdown.
Oh,
I'll take that back.
I thought it happened on the way into the end
zone. I
zone.
sure did too.
Can you play the replay?
You at home can.
All right.
So
he was in the end zone? I don't know. I thought he wasn't in there yet, but what do we know?
So with 4 seconds left, a 75-yard kickoff return by Malachi Brunk of Inman.
Man, there's a lot of stoppages.
Makes the score. Well, they haven't changed it on the scoreboard, but it should be 21-18 at this point, and they will go for 2.
I think Brant's asking him, did it happen before they got across the goal line? I don't know.
Well, to describe what happened, Brunk at about the 15, maybe the 20-yard line, turned and looked back at the play. Now, whether that was taunting or not, evidently it was, but it didn't happen until after, evidently, he entered the end zone, and so it will be a touchdown. The ball will be placed at the 3-yard line, and evidently the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. So this has been one crazy game.
It could get much crazier. We've got a quarter to go.
Sterling scored with 17 seconds left in the quarter, and now with 4 seconds left, Inman can get it to within 1 point. 21-18 right now, 4 seconds left in the third. And another whistle and another conversation.
They're switching balls out, I think.
You're correct. Good point, Clark.
Look at that throw by that ref. He overhanded that thing. You don't see an old ref overhanding it very much. They usually go underhand. Obviously, he hasn't had a rotator cuff surgery like me.
Yeah, the Shark can't throw it. So Bigler will be all by himself in the backfield. He has his 2 wings, Brunk to his left. Brunk will go in motion across the formation. Bigler will roll to his right, has a wide open Brunk for the 2-point conversion, and it is 21-20. Just like that, Sterling breathed a little bit, and a kickoff return for a touchdown, 75 yards by Malachi Brunk. And I guess we'll take a 1-minute break here as Inman gets it to within 1. 4 seconds left in the third. We'll be back in 1 minute on 94.7.
Your family physician can also provide your OB care. That's right, seamless and comprehensive care right in your hometown. At Sterling Medical Center, your doctor for your regular checkups can also guide you through the incredible journey of pregnancy and care for your newborn. From delivering your bundle of joy to routine adult and pediatric visits, we've got your whole family covered under one roof. Call us today for all of your family's needs.
Get in the game. When you stream with MTC Fiber Internet, it's as thrilling as being on the field. Get gigabit internet, symmetrical up and download speeds, unlimited data, and 24/7 support. Call 877-216-9951 or stop by your local MTC office in Little River, Lyons, Marquette, McPherson, or Sterling to find out more.
KSKU.
I want to thank our sponsors, MTC, as you just heard, Allen Samuels, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram here, and we're in their broadcast booth. Kansas Ethanol, H&R Block, Raleigh Insurance, Rod's Tire and Service, Robertson's Termite and Pest Control, and Erickson Custom Building.
I am thankful for their broadcast booth. It's been a beautiful thing.
It has been tonight, especially with the rain. Inman will kick off with 4 seconds left in the third after the tremendous run kickoff return by Malachi Brunk. The kick is a huge boot, and it will go into the end zone, and so Sterling loses some outstanding field position as Inman kicked off from their own 25-yard line, and an outstanding kick.
That was a long one.
By Corbin McClellan.
He let it rip.
The 6'2" sophomore, he did rip it. And so Sterling will start out on their own 20-yard line, expecting to get some good field position after the penalty, the unsportsmanlike penalty after the touchdown. So it's 21-20, Sterling. Sterling had breathed a bit of a sigh of relief, but only to be turned back by that kickoff return. So Sterling will go back to work. The pitch to Burgess. Burgess has got some space and an outstanding tackle. And that will bring us to the end of the quarter. Actually, Burgess will be down hurt, and really nice tackle by.
Probably got something with the leg there, the way they got tackled.
I did not catch the number.
He's getting up, got an ankle, looks like, going to hobble off.
So that will bring us to the end of the third quarter with Sterling leading 21-20, and we'll be back for the fourth here on 94.7 in Black Bear Broadcasting here in Inman.
Termite and Pest Control in Lyons today, 620-257-2012. Serving Central Kansas since 1957. Robertson's Termite and Pest Control, because your home deserves the best.
Erickson Custom Building has a great plan and a budget suited for your needs. Erickson Custom Building provides quality craftsmanship and superior customer service. Call 620-585-2816 or visit ericksoncustombldg.com.
Hey Hutchinson, it's Don Glassman, and I'm back in town as new general manager at Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. For over 28 years, I've been your friend in the car business, and as a proud veteran, I'm dedicated to building family and community right here with you. Whether you're looking for a new ride or just want to stop by and say hello, we've got something for everyone. Great deals, friendly faces, and a place where you're always welcome. So come by, and like Mr. Samuels always says,
come by, let's be friends.
KSKU.
Brian Richter, Clark Comley, Chad Comley here in Inman, as Inman has tightened this game on a kickoff return by Malachi Brunk of 75 yards. An excellent kick. Forces Sterling to start on their own 20. A 5-yard gain by Dylan Burgess leads to this second down run by Zane Farney for Sterling, and he'll get 3 out of it, and it'll bring 3rd and 3, almost 4. As we just
kind of becomes a very big play for us, in my opinion, because you're in a position here you maybe want to punt if
100%.
And that snap went over our head last time, so there's got to be a lot of nerves there. So this is a big play.
It's 3rd and 4. Isaac under center. He'll pull it, pitch it to Wyatt Newberry. Wyatt's got some room out here, cuts back in, and a nice tackle by Brunk, but it will be a first down. Wyatt slams or actually that was Maxwell, slams the ground, missed the block, maybe not as good as he wanted it to be, but it will be a first down. Out to the Sterling 38-yard line. 1st and 10, 11:15 left in the fourth.
It's a nice play, big one right there.
It's been encouraging to see us get to the edge and be able to not only get to it, but block it and get some yardage there. Maxwell in for Burgess at that left halfback. Logan gets the play. He's got Eckert to his right, Plout's way out to the right, and that will be 2 men in motion, I'm guessing, and it will put Sterling behind the sticks once again, 1st and 15.
Well, it's not good, but we're getting a lot of chunk plays.
There are, but it's kind of like 2 steps forward and 1 step back as we
have the lead. Let's not forget.
There is
we're
a
not
lead
behind. So if we can run this thing and kill basically the quarter, we win the football game. And that's what the strength of this offense is
to
control the clock.
Well, when you get a chance, Clark, we'd like maybe an update on the Lions Republic County when you get it, Lions Dental Care scoreboard, and that will be another illegal motion on Sterling, and that will be now 1st and 20.
Now that's starting to get pretty serious. That's a lot of ground to be making up. We should probably ask the guy what we're doing wrong at this point.
Well, I believe it's not the running backs as I thought it might be. I think it's one of our linemen that is moving just ahead of the snap.
Lions 21, Republic County 21, 14 left. Lions stopped the second 2-point conversion.
Wow.
So big things going on in Lions.
Clock marches down to 10 minutes.
Great Bend beat Bueller 43-26. Great Bend must be pretty good.
They've got an outstanding tight end over there.
I understand that, but he's only one guy. You play
That's
with
true.
11.
You're exactly right.
So now what's this flag for?
Delay a game this time.
What's going on?
And so Sterling will back up another 5 yards, and it will now be 1st and 25. So
why was that a delay? Because I was talking too long?
That would do it too.
Did I delay the game?
So
with
Sterling,
my speech?
Yes. Sterling will head back to where they almost where they originally started this drive, and now under 10 minutes to go in the 4. Sterling 1st and 25. Isaac will set.
I think we had 2 guys in motion there.
Pull it to the right. Maxwell will get a carry. He shakes a tackle, breaks another, falls forward over the 40. I thought I saw a flag fly.
I thought we had 2 guys in motion on that play too.
And there are no flags, so
I guess I didn't know what I was looking at.
Nice gain by Darren Maxwell, who's seen very few snaps this year, in for Dylan Burgess. On the Burgess injury, it will bring up 2nd and 8, so a 17-yard gain.
Didn't
by
take long
Maxwell.
to eat up that yardage, did it?
9 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Sterling up 21-20 here in Inman. Staying up late. Listen to this one, another pitch. Wyatt Newberry's got the corner. He breaks a tackle. He's over the 40, 35, 30. Wyatt could go. He'll be run down and tripped at the 5-yard line.
5. What a run. To the 3, maybe?
52-yard, 58-yard run, actually just a 53-yard run for Wyatt Newberry. Maybe a little longer than that, as they will spot the ball at the, actually it'll be a little less than that, at the 7-yard line. Sterling quickly to the line of scrimmage. They'll give it to Farney. He will bounce left and get down to the 1. 8:23 remaining. So an outstanding carry by Wyatt Newberry, caught by a shoestring, and I missed who made the tackle for Inman, saving that touchdown.
Wide open on that. Once it pitched it, there was just not much out here stopping. They had all gone for the fullback.
Boy, it warms my heart to see that. That is option football at its best, and it's exciting to see Sterling get on the edge, as Wyatt had a really nice game at Sedgwick, but those weren't from option plays. Sterling in double tight here, give to Farney, and there will be another penalty. An illegal procedure, and don't forget Sterling had a 1st and 25 from their own 22 just 3 plays ago. And so this will move the ball back to the 7-yard line. And I don't know what the false starts are, but there has been a plethora
I don't know.
of them.
They need to go ask the official, what is the issue, so we can quit doing it.
Clock runs 7:33. Sterling will have to hustle here. Logan gets it. He goes under center. Farney behind him. Got Eckert out to the right. Sterling may take a timeout, and they will. And we will, too, with 7:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. Sterling on the Inman 6-yard line, 2nd and 6. It's 21-20 here in Inman. Sterling leads.
We're going to
209 North Main in downtown McPherson. We are here to help, offering water, fire, and smoke restoration, mold remediation, carpet and upholstery cleaning, as well as hard surfaces like LVP, tile, and even grout cleaning. Honey, don't forget about the places you can't see, like air ducts and dryer vents. Find us on Facebook or online at schematicofcentralks.com for a free estimate.
Honey, don't forget
to see how Schematic of Central Kansas can help you.
Honey, don't forget.
Call Schematic, you'll be ecstatic.
Along with creating fuel for America, Kansas Ethanol produces dry distillers grains, a valued high-nutrient livestock feed. Kansas Ethanol also brings millions of dollars of revenue and economic development to Rice County and Central Kansas. For more details, go to kansasethanol.net.
You already know H&R Block does taxes, but you may not know you can get expert help in person or virtually, or that our tax pros average 10 years of experience. And your biggest possible refund is always guaranteed. H&R Block in Hutchinson, Ellsworth, and Lyons.
KSKU.
Back in Inman after the Sterling timeout. Sterling with it 2nd and goal from the 7. 7:16 remaining. Sterling up 21-20. Isaac back under center. Farney behind him. Logan will pull it, and he will be tackled at about the 6-yard line. Nice play by the Inman defensive end to hold him for no gain. So 3rd and goal from the, they will give him no gain there actually. It'll be 3rd and 7 from the 7.
According to sure to be wrong, he got a yard.
According to Chad Comley, he got a yard. He was generous. 6:50 now. 3rd down. Sterling on the left hash. They'll pitch it to Maxwell. Gets a nice block from Newberry, but it's not enough. It'll be down at the 2.5-yard line. Actually, they'll mark it just outside the 3, and there is an injured Teuton, I believe, on the play.
That was a hard run by Darren.
It really was.
So I think that's the kid that probably came up and hit him.
And so
no, that was Darren Maxwell ran the ball.
So we'll step away on this one, too, as there's an Inman injury, and we'll step away.
1 minute here?
1 minute here in Inman as Sterling has it 4th and 3 from the 3, leading 21-20, 6:31 left.
Sterling College has the training you need. With undergraduate, graduate, and online programs, you can find a career path just for you. Sterling College is a Christ-centered liberal arts college in Sterling, Kansas, located just 20 minutes from Hutchinson. Sterling provides you with class-leading KCAC and NCCAA athletics and numerous arts opportunities to perform, learn, and grow. Visit sterling.edu or scwarriors.com to take your step to being a warrior.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. If you're thinking about shopping your business's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been working with large commercial accounts to small family businesses across Kansas for over 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or stop by Raleigh Insurance in Inman or Lyons today.
Since 1965, your choice for home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Raleigh Insurance. Get your free quote today.
KSK.
So, after the timeout, injury timeout, brought to you by Pyle Law, The injured Teuton was Cooper Weens, and he ran off the field and standing drinking some water right now. He'll probably be back out there right after this play. It is 4th and 3.
How big a play is it?
4th and goal. It's huge.
You think this is the game?
I don't think it's the game.
Okay.
6:20, the clock's running. Sterling takes a timeout. They'll have 2 left. They're from the right hash going into the north end zone. Wind behind him.
We're just killing a little clock here. Is that what
Yes,
we're doing?
That's what I think. Sterling killing a little clock. They'll go under center now. Big down for both teams. And there is a flag.
Oh, there's a fumble.
And a flag. Another flag. Sterling jumped. Right side of Sterling's offensive line jumped, and it'll be illegal procedure, and so it'll be 3rd and
that might be
4th and 8.
Better for us because we fumbled it. I don't know if he's across the goal line before he
not.
fumbled. He was not. Well, that was probably a good thing for us, or we'd have turned it over there maybe.
So Farney carried it, and Eagle Eye Clark the Shark saw a fumble. I did not see it. So
went straight up in the air.
Way to go, Clark.
Ball went way up there.
You sure you weren't dreaming?
Yeah, it's possible.
5:49, Sterling 4th down will not take a timeout. I thought maybe they might there. Logan will get the play from the sideline. Isaac will pull it. He'll turn it up, and he will be tackled. And Inman with a great play will negate the Wyatt Newberry
great run. Yeah, it's tough.
So Inman will take over. Inman will take over on their own 6-yard line.
They got to go the length of the field. So the thing is, they got a couple fast guys.
They do have fast
guys. I fear more of a run that gets loose than a pass that gets long. But I do think we're going to see some passing game here. A lot of those little short ones.
5:30, Sterling up 21-20. Inman with the ball here, and it's been a game of crazy flow, let's say. Brunk on the left side, he'll bring it. He's got room, and he's tripped up, and he'll fall over to the 21-yard line. So a really nice run for the sophomore.
That was kind of what I just said almost.
It sure was, Clark.
I'm a teller of the future sometimes. I didn't think it happened on the first play.
Sharknosticator.
But we stopped him. We stopped him.
Clock runs 5:19, and you can't tell that Clark's a homer. In the 4th, Sterling up 21-20 in this long delayed game here in Inman. Bigler has 2 to the right. Send Brunk in motion, but he'll be stopped immediately by a nice tackle by quarterback Logan Isaac on his outside linebacker position.
That was a nice play there.
That sure was. Fought off 2 blocks and grabbed Brunk. So it'll bring up 2nd and 13, a loss of 3 on that one.
Well, that's a huge play for our D there. Let's do another one here.
Twins to his right. That's actually Brunk there. And Taylor Maxwell makes a really nice play to slow him down, and then didn't see who made the final tackle, but it'll be another loss of 3 yards. So the Sterling defense coming up big there.
Well, I don't think they've got a play for 3rd and this long.
You missed the beginning.
They're going
of
to
the
throw
game.
it, but I don't think they're going to get anybody open because we're ready for it.
Well,
can we get some pressure on the passer? That's kind of a deal. If he has all day, he might get it. Hey, a little crowd noise over there with their bench.
So 3rd and 16 from the 14-yard line. Brunk will throw it out to his receiver, a spot pass to the left, and it'll bring up 4th down and 12 or 13 for Inman. With 3:38 left, they have a big decision to make here. Sterling will chew the clock, and so they will not punt it. Look for a spot and go here.
He's punting.
He is going to punt. At least it looks like it. And
no, he's not punting. He wouldn't have taken a timeout there if he's going to punt it.
So Inman will take a timeout with 3:22 remaining on their own 18-yard line, 4th and 13. And we'll take a break here on Ad Astra Radio 94.7.
You pick between 18, 24, or
36-month terms, and get your device on us. Next Tech Wireless. Home on the range.
Walton Plumbing and Heating at 112 North Broadway in Sterling is who to call for expert heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Call them at 620-278-3462, a proud supporter of Black Bears and Warriors sports.
We're here to keep you rolling. Rod's Tire and Service.
Rod here from Rod's Tire and Service in Hillsboro. Tired of hearing we don't have that in stock? Well, here at Rod's Tire, we've built up our tire inventory, so we'll probably have something for you. When you come to Rod's, you won't leave empty-handed.
KSKU.
So big fourth down here as Inman will go for it after the timeout. It's
where's Brunk at?
13, 3:22. Clark's got him. I think he's in the slot here, right by it, and the earlier route had him running for the long pass, and he'll go right down the middle, and they'll throw it deep. This time a Black Bear comes up with it. It looks like it's Wyatt Newberry possibly with his second interception tonight, and Sterling will take over with 3:14 remaining. Inman with 2 timeouts, I believe, and Sterling needs a few first downs to close this thing out. So a really nice play by Newberry. I didn't see who else was over there with him, but they had Brunk surrounded. That play had been open twice tonight, once for a completion early in the game. The second one he dropped, and the last 2 Newberry has picked off.
Okay, we need 3 or 4 yards here. Big first down, get 3 or 4 yards.
Got to take care of the football.
We got more than that.
Zane Farney will get a nice run.
Now, are they going to use their timeout? We almost got a first down on that play.
As Clark said, they have a nice 8-yard gain by
Nope, not using it.
Zane.
So we'll take off 40 seconds here.
Clock now under 3 minutes. Sterling leading 21-20. If you joined us late, Inman scored first in the first. Sterling would answer, and then since then it's just been a back and forth comedy of not really so much a comedy, but a lot of errors and miscues by both teams, harming themselves. Zane will get it again. He'll carry a few Teutons for a first down to the 36-yard line of Inman. Clock will stop. 2:30, and Inman will take a timeout, and they'll have 1 left after this, and we'll take one final timeout here, maybe one final timeout here in Sterling, or in Inman. Sterling leads 21-20, 2:28 remaining.
This is country music singer-songwriter Nicole Gallion here to tell you about my hometown, Sterling, Kansas. There's wonderful things happening in Sterling, and we would like your family to join us. Consider moving your family to our safe, rural community where we currently have brand new spec homes and apartments with 3-bedroom duplexes coming very soon. Now is your chance to enroll your children in our award-winning school district. Sumu will be even closer to the metro due to the new highway. Come enjoy our small town charm while being just a short drive away from the big city.
Need help with the down payment on your new dream home? Talk to Marcia and Kim today at First Bank. You'll learn all about the turnkey program and the 3 customizable options that could earn you up to $15,000 towards your down payment.
Call Marcia and Kim today to see if you and your new home will qualify.
At First Bank, or log on to first-bank.net. That's first-bank.net. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
KSKU.
Logan Isaac will take it. He's going to run for 20, and he does. He'll fall down at the 20-yard line. And for another first down, Logan's had an outstanding game, as Sterling has a number of players that we could choose for the player of the game, which we'll give after the game. But Clark and I decided the Happy Egg Company play of the game was the 75-yard kickoff return right at the end of the third quarter, answering a Sterling touchdown, and the 2-point conversion would make it 21-20 where we sit now. Malachi Brunk's 75-yard touchdown run. Happy Egg Excellent Play of the Game is brought to you by Happy Egg Company. Visit happyeggfarms.com to learn more about how you can help feed America. And Farney will get it for another 10 yards, but I thought I saw a flag over there. Did you, Clark?
No, but there could be one. There's been a few flags tonight.
Well, I think I saw one of our fans over there throwing a flag up in the air, and I mistook it. So Farney will get it all the way down to the 6-yard line. 137. Inman will choose not to use their last timeout, and it will be, how will Sterling handle this? They'll go into victory formation possibly.
Looks like it.
And they will, as Sterling go into that victory formation on their own, or the Inman 7-yard line.
Good looking formation.
And so with 109 now, and so Sterling will snap it. It's 1 minute remaining. They'll have to snap it one more time.
What a long night we've had.
It is. And for those of you that
it's going to be a nice ride home.
Stayed up, and it will be. And for those of you who stayed up and watch this as we approach the 11 o'clock hour, stick around for the
one more minute for the player of the game.
And the Rice Community Health post-game show. And that will do it as Sterling gets their first victory of the year over a tough Inman team in a really exciting football game.
It was a fun game.
And a huge win for Sterling.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And their sideline shows that. And so an exciting win. Sterling will go to 1-2. Inman falls to 2-1. Sterling wins 21-20, and we'll be back after this post-game break, and we'll give you the Rice Community Health post-game report along with the Pride Ag Ace Resources player of the game.
That was a lot of exciting plays.
System, brain function, joint flexibility, and glucose health.
And so it's a lot of kind of information sharing, knowledge sharing for us, and we learn a lot from our customers when they come and tell us about what they've done and what they've seen and experienced. And that actually is exactly why we have the product line. A lot of the times our product line was developed because we just heard from customers.
Follow us on Facebook or visit HyattLifeSciences.com to see how we can help.
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers. But did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128. Or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
KSKU.
Back in Inman, Sterling wins 21-20 here in Inman on a long delayed broadcast and game due to weather. Sterling celebrating their victory right now. Well, Clark, on the Rice Community Health post-game review, I don't know or if you can take much more of this. Thoughts on this game, Clark?
Well, we needed a win, so it's a huge game for us. And eke it out and, play well enough to get it, it's a big deal.
It is, and Sterling needed that, and I think that's obvious by the way they're celebrating out there. Inman 2-1, and they're going to probably watch the film much like Sterling will and realize how many opportunities they left on the field. But it was an exciting football game as Sterling wins 21-20 here in Inman to run their record to 1-2. Inman will fall to 2-1. Sterling will be home next week here on KSKU as they'll host the Ellenwood Eagles for the first game of the districts in what is an extremely tough district for the Sterling Black Bears. Pride Ag Ace Resources player of the game will go to Clark.
Well, this is some of the best playing I've seen from Logan Isaac in the quarterback position, his decision-making, and how he ran the ball with authority. But we've kind of gone with Wyatt Newberry due to the 2 picks and his defensive play, and then also his running with the ball as well.
Yeah, no doubt Wyatt Newberry, the Pride Ag Ace Resources Ace Hardware Player of the Game. Pride Ag Ace Resources or Resources Ace Hardware, the helpful place, and Wyatt Newberry, the player of the game here in Inman as Sterling downs Inman 21-20. That's been a long.
It's been pretty fun, really.
It's been about 6 hours that
we started over here at 4:30, so now it's all about 11. We've been going at it for a while.
And we'll get some rushing stats as maybe the Shark can give us one last Lions Dental Care scoreboard update.
Yeah.
Especially that Lions score, and then we'll get some sure-to-be-wrong stats from Chad Comley. Clark, what you got on the Lions Dental Care scoreboard?
Let me see here.
We're the model of efficiency. Again,
got to get my app open.
Again, Inman, after Sterling went up 21 to
Lions gets a win.
12. Lions won. That's
21 to 20.
21 to 20. The Lions get their first win of the season over Republic County, and I believe that was a home game for the Lions. What other scores do you have, Clark, on this late night?
Heston 27, Hillsboro 6 in the 4th. Haven 28, Smoky Valley 16 with 5:52 in the 4th. Halstead 38, Nickerson 0 final. And the Great Bend one we talked about earlier. So that's all I got.
Well, it's been a long night, but a really good night for the Sterling Black Bears. And as I was saying before Clark ran the stats out there, Inman never gave up. After Sterling scored on a Dylan Burgess touchdown, it sure looked like Sterling had really kind of done what it needed to do to win the football game, but the 75-yard run kickoff return by Malachi Brunk on the Happy Egg Company play of the game got them back to within 1. Zane Farney, 27 carries, 153 yards for Zane. Finally found some open space on more than just a couple of carries. Wyatt Newberry, just 8 carries, but, man, he was efficient with those as he had 75 yards. Logan Isaac on his best night of his high school career, running with confidence, 17 carries, 51 yards. Dylan Burgess, 3 for 32 and a touchdown. Darren Maxwell had a huge run there as Sterling marched the ball down the field late in the game. He was 3 for 30. Tucker Haas, 1 for 5. And Boston Eckert, a 14-yard touchdown reception on Sterling's only pass reception of the season from Logan Isaac, and Sterling will win 21-20. And we do not know the condition of Tucker Haas, who is taken off there in the middle of the third quarter, and we will sure hope he's the best for him. And that's the downside of tonight.
Yeah.
And we hope that he is fine and will be fine. Sterling wins 21-20. You got any Inman stats there at all? Not good. So the sure to, okay. The Chad says no, not on those. So for Clark Comley and Chad Comley, I am Brian Richter. Sterling wins 21-20 here in Inman on a late night on 94.7 and Black Bear Broadcasting. Say good night, Clark.
Good night, Clark.